This Ellis broadcast is brought to you by the Ellis Credit Union, where people are worth more than money. Proud sponsor of area school activities. Arthur's Pizza and Mexican Foods. Enjoy fresh-made pizza and Mexican food, the best around. Gilbert, Cheryl, and the entire staff welcome you into Arthur's Pizza and Mexican Foods in downtown Ellis. USD 388, where talented and committed staff and students make Ellis and USD 388 a great place to be. Go Railroaders. Golden Belt Co-op, serving you for over 100 years. Golden Belt Co-op in Ellis, supporting the Railroaders all the way. Swift Services. Call Swift Services for your oil field cementing and acidizing needs. Ted and Shelley Fuchs, proud supporters of the Railroaders. Henry and Helen Fisher, proud to support the youth of Ellis and all that they do. Go Ellis. City Plumbing, supporting the Railroaders and the community of Ellis throughout the year.
It's a beautiful day in our super high-speed internet great customer service neighborhood. Like you, this is where we live. In fact, our company is employee-owned. Our goal to improve the quality of life for the community by delivering faster, more reliable internet, clearer, more feature-laden phone service, quality TV channels, all with the level of customer service you'd expect from people who are your neighbors. Eagle Communications. Our community connected.
This Rush County broadcast is brought to you by Miller Trucking, in business since 1983. Proud to call Rush County home. Farmers Bank and Trust, celebrating 110 years of service to you, the customer. Rush County Insurance, working to do what is right for you and your family with personalized service and high-quality care. Nakoma State Bank, dedicated to excellent customer service and committed to serving the communities where we live, work, and play. The Nakoma State Bank. Mr. P's Truckin', Chad and Lori Folkers, proudly sponsoring all Rush County activities. Locust Grove Village, quality care and professional service at the crossroads where care begins. Agency One, taking time to listen to your needs, always providing personal, one-on-one help to find the perfect insurance for you. Bank, doing business right for over a century. By Lindy Global Helium LLC, a global leader, proud to call Rush County home. Go Cougars and Leopards.
It's a beautiful day in our super high-speed internet great customer service neighborhood. Like you, this is where we live. In fact, our company is employee-owned, so it's our goal to improve the quality of life for everyone in our community by delivering faster, more reliable internet, clearer, more feature-laden phone service, quality TV channels, all with the level of customer service you'd expect from people who are your neighbors. Eagle Communications. Our community connected.
This Ellis broadcast is brought to you by the Ellis Credit Union, where people are worth more than money. Proud sponsor of area school activities. Arthur's Pizza and Mexican Foods. Enjoy fresh-made pizza and Mexican food, the best around. Gilbert, Cheryl, and the entire staff welcome you into Arthur's Pizza and Mexican Foods in downtown Ellis. USD 388, where talented and committed staff and students make Ellis and USD 388 a great place to be. Go Railroaders. Golden Belt Co-op, serving you for over 100 years. Golden Belt Co-op in Ellis, supporting the Railroaders all the way. Swift Services. Call Swift Services for your oil field cementing and acidizing needs. Ted and Shelley Fuchs, proud supporters of the Railroaders. Henry and Helen Fisher, proud to support the youth of Ellis and all that they do. Go Ellis. City Plumbing, supporting the Railroaders and the community of Ellis throughout the year.
It's a beautiful day in our super high-speed internet great customer service neighborhood. Like you, this is where we live. In fact, our company is employee-owned, so it's our goal to improve the quality of life for everyone in our community. Clearer, more feature-laden phone service, quality TV channels, all with the level of customer service you'd expect from people who are your neighbors. Eagle Communications. Our community connected.
This Rush County broadcast is brought to you by Miller Trucking, in business since 1983. Proud to call Rush County home. Farmers Bank and Trust, celebrating 110 years of service to you, the customer. Rush County Insurance, working to do what is right for you and your family with personalized service and high-quality care. Nakoma State Bank, dedicated to excellent customer service and committed to serving the communities where we live, work, and play. The Nakoma State Bank. Mr. P's Truckin', Chad and Lori Folkers, proudly sponsoring all Rush County activities. Locust Grove Village, quality care and professional service at the crossroads where care begins. Agency One, taking time to listen to your needs, always providing personal, one-on-one help, perfect insurance for you. Bison State Bank, doing business right for over a century. And by Lindy Global Helium and Lindy LLC, a global leader, proud to call Rush County home. Go Cougars and Leopards.
It's a beautiful day in our super high-speed internet great customer service neighborhood. Like you, this is where we live. In fact, our company is employee-owned, so it's our goal to improve the quality of life for everyone in our community by delivering faster, more reliable internet, clearer, more feature-laden phone service, TV channels, all with the level of customer service you'd expect. Eagle.
This Ellis broadcast is brought to you by the Ellis Credit Union, where people are worth more than money. Proud sponsor of area school activities. Arthur's Pizza and Mexican Foods. Enjoy fresh-made pizza and Mexican food, the best around. Gilbert, Cheryl, and the entire staff welcome you into Arthur's Pizza and Mexican Foods in downtown Ellis. USD 388, where talented and committed staff and students make Ellis and USD 388 a great place to be. Go Railroaders. Golden Belt Co-op, serving you for over 100 years. Golden Belt Co-op in Ellis, supporting the Railroaders all the way. Swift Services. Call Swift Services for your oil field cementing and acidizing needs. Ted and Shelley Fuchs, proud supporters of the Railroaders. Henry and Helen Fisher, proud to support the youth of Ellis and all that they do. Go Ellis. Plumbing, supporting the rail community of Ellis.
It's a beautiful day in our super high-speed internet great customer service neighborhood. Like you, this is where we live. In fact, our company is employee-owned, so it's our goal to improve the quality of life for everyone in our community by delivering faster, more reliable internet, clearer, more feature-laden phone service, quality TV channels, all with the level of customer service you'd expect from people who are your neighbors. Eagle Communications. Our community connected.
This Rush County broadcast is brought to you by Miller Trucking, in business since 1983. Proud to call Rush County home. Farmers Bank and Trust, celebrating 110 years of service to you, the customer. Rush County Insurance, working to do what is right for you and your family with personalized service and high-quality care. Nakoma State Bank, dedicated to excellent customer service and committed to serving the communities where we live, work, and play. The Nakoma State Bank. Mr. Truckin', Chad and Lori Folkers, proudly sponsoring all Rush County activities. Locust Grove Village, quality care and professional service at the crossroads where care begins. Agency One, taking time to listen to your needs, always providing personal, one-on-one help to find the perfect insurance for you. Bison State Bank, doing business right for over a century. And by Lindy Global Helium and Lindy LLC, a global leader, proud to call Rush County home. Go Cougars and Leopards.
It's a beautiful day in our super high-speed internet great customer service neighborhood. Like you, this is where we live. In fact, our company is employee-owned, so it's our goal to improve the quality of life for everyone in our community by delivering faster, more reliable internet, clearer, more service, quality TV, all with the level of customer service you'd expect from people who are your neighbors. Eagle Communications. Our community connected.
This Ellis broadcast is brought to you by the Ellis Credit Union, where people are worth more than money. Proud sponsor of area school activities. Arthur's Pizza and Mexican Foods. Enjoy fresh-made pizza and Mexican food, the best around. Gilbert, Cheryl, and the entire staff welcome you into Arthur's Pizza and Mexican Foods in downtown Ellis. USD 388, where talented and committed staff and students make Ellis and USD 388 a great place to be. Go Railroaders. Golden Belt Co-op, serving you for over 100 years. Golden Belt Co-op in Ellis, supporting the Railroaders all the way. Swift Services. Call Swift Services for your oil field cementing and acidizing needs. Ted and Shelley Fuchs, proud supporters of the Railroaders. Henry and Helen Fisher, proud to support the youth of Ellis and all that they do. Go Ellis. City Plumbing, supporting the Railroaders and the community of Ellis throughout the year.
It's a beautiful day in our super high-speed internet great customer service neighborhood. Like you, this is where we live. In fact, our company is employee-owned, so it's our goal to improve the quality of life for everyone in our community by delivering faster, more reliable internet, clearer, more feature-laden phone service, quality TV channels, all with the level of customer service you'd expect from people who are your neighbors. Eagle Communication. Our community connected.
LaCrosse. Week number 7 of the high school football season is district playoff time, district time, trying to set up the playoff matches as we welcome you here into LaCrosse as the Leopards play host to the Ellis Railroaders. I'm Jonathan Zuckert along with CD DeSalvo as we get you set here for the matchup this evening. It is the 2-4 Ellis Railroaders. They are losers of 3 straight, trying to bounce back from a tough schedule. They play very good, ranked number 1 Smith Center team. They've played Phillipsburg the week before that, and then a good undefeated Valley Heights team as well. So they're trying to put it into a 3-game losing streak as they take on a 4-2 LaCrosse Leopard team. LaCrosse, after losing 2 in a row, has won 4 in a row. That includes wins over Washington County, an unbeaten Ellsworth team, Sublette, and Stanton County. So just about ready to get this one underway. We're running through the starting lineups here real quickly as we get the offensive starters for the Ellis Railroaders as they will receive the football to start out the game. Up front, they will start Toby Woodworth. He's a 5'9", 195-pound freshman tackle. Cade Lewis, the junior tackle, on the other end at 6'2", 185-pound. The guards are John Groff, he's the 6'2", 300, and then Zachary Eck, the 6'1", 150-pound sophomore, and Talon Torline, the 220-pound junior at 5'9", is the starting center. So we're just about ready to get this one underway. That's a look at the offensive line for the Ellis Railroaders, as they will receive the kick. As Ellis about ready to get this one underway. It'll be a kickoff from LaCrosse and fielded at about the 25 on the hop here for Bryce Younger. Started one way, then trying to get outside the numbers and just not a lot of running room as he is brought down right around the 30-yard line. And that's where this Ellis Railroader team will start, right around the 31, as the tackle was made by Blake Herman. So it will be Ellis with the football first at their own 31-yard line. Now, when mentioned up front of the backfield, it'll be the senior quarterback Joseph pound senior Connor, freshman Jeffrey Sonneson gets to start at wide receiver. He split to the near side as they go shotgun on first down and 10 from their own 31-yard line. It's a little read option, and it's Younger who's hit and dropped in the backfield, so they hand it off to Bryce Younger, the 170-pound junior tailback. He's hit and dropped for a loss. Good penetration up front. Showalter and company in the backfield. It's a loss of a couple back to the 28-yard line, so a loss of 3. Real quickly, Ryan Hurl, the tight end, he's a senior, with Landis Fisher, the sophomore, and then Bryce Younger, the junior, the starters for Ellis. So that first carry of the game for Bryce Younger goes as a loss of 3 on the play. So of second down and 13. Younger averages right around 60 keeper for Eck right side. Is Eck trying to get to the corner, and then he slid down shy of the 30-yard line. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. Actually, they're going to say he lost a yard on the play, so Ellis facing third down and a long 13.5.
Well, it looked like a good read there by Eck, and then it's like he caught the defense a little off guard with that read option because he just handed it off to the running back on the play before, and then that time he just slipped trying to make a cut up the field, 3rd and long.
Defensive starters up front, Caitlin Thielenhouse, the defensive end, with Caden Trower on the other side for LaCrosse, Jacob Showalter, and Kale Mojo, the defensive lineman, on a 3rd down and long. Eck underneath center, and movements is his left guard, Gruff, moved first, and that will be the first penalty of the ball game as Ellis will be backed up 5 yards and face a 3rd down and what'll be 18. Real quickly, the linebackers are Zach Brown, the senior, Kelton Day, the sophomore, in the middle of that defense with 34 tackles, and then the defensive backs are Blake Herman with 15 tackles on the year for the sophomore, Brett Herman, the safety, he's the senior, along with Hunter Morgan, the other safety, and Adrian Collins, the senior. And now here's a bad snap as it's going to go close to the goal line, picked up by Eck. Eck trying to get to the corner, now he's going to throw it late, just heave it up there for Saunderson, who almost had it, and then it's knocked away on the play. Good coverage by Brett Herman. That was a broken play that nearly resulted in a good play for Ellis. Instead, it's 4th down and a punting situation coming up now for Ellis.
Ellis going backwards on this drive, but great awareness there by Eck. The center Torline snapped it. Eck wasn't ready for it. There was a man going in motion. He tracks down the ball and has the awareness to throw it away. Almost got a completion, but Herman made a great play.
Now into punt is Saunderson. The lefty gets off a high short kick that'll bounce in Ellis territory and then roll to the LaCrosse 45-yard line, and LaCrosse will get their first opportunity on offense. We'll run through their starters. Our starters are brought to you by G&L Health Mart Pharmacy in City and Rush County Pharmacy in LaCrosse. Up front, we talked about those guys. So with Caden Trower, the senior, and CJ Patterson, he's a freshman. Those are the tackles, with Kale Mojo, the senior guard, and Jacob Showalter, the other guard. Those two are seniors, anchors to this offensive line. Brock Brown is a 223-pound sophomore center. Those are the guys up front. Hunter Morgan is a starting quarterback as they go with a wing back to the right side in the 3-point stance, and they'll run it with the right side, and a good play up front, nowhere to go. Little counter play trying to get off this right side, and Saunderson from his defensive end position stopped the running back. It'll be back to the line of scrimmage on the play. Not a lot of running room that time for Zach Brown on 1st down.
This is a LaCrosse offense that doesn't really turn the ball over. They've only lost 1 fumble all season, and they've only thrown 1 pick. They're plus 10 in the turnover department.
2nd down and 10. I mentioned Supus and Brown. Supus the junior, Brown the senior tailback, and they'll run it again, trying to go underneath for Supus on a little fullback trap. He'll get into Ellis territory down to the 49-yard line as he picks up 6 on 2nd down and 10. Now a 3rd down and 4 coming up.
So 3rd and manageable here for this LaCrosse offense as they run the play in with Caden Depperschmidt. And we'll see what they do here on 3rd down. If Ellis can get a stop and get the ball back on offense, that would be big here. But LaCrosse winning the field position game so far.
They've got it at the Ellis 49. Here's a little quarterback keeper left side for Hunter Morgan, who's hit off that left side and dropped. He'll pick up 2 as Morgan knocked down on the play. That was a good job by that Ellis defense around Hurl and company in on the tackle. So Morgan picks up 2. It's 4th down and 2.
Boy, great job at Ellis defense not getting fooled by that one. And finding Morgan, the ball carrier, getting him down for a 4th down. See what LaCrosse does here.
Inside Ellis territory on 4th down and 2. With 8:30 to go in our first quarter. Looks like they'll go for it. Morgan underneath center, 2 backs behind him. They'll run the trap right side, hit, and extending the play and getting enough for a 1st down just inside the Ellis 45-yard line. That was a good carry up front. That'll be enough for a 1st down for Zach Brown. Little underneath handoff. Looked like Cade Lewis made the tackle that time. 1st down.
Great push up front. That's where LaCrosse knows where they have their advantage in this game is on that line at the line of scrimmage. And sure enough, they get the push they need Ellis almost got there, though. They just got the first down barely.
Blake Herman, a wide receiver to the right side. They're going to pitch it for Brown. Zach trying to get to the corner. He is spun down. As coming up to make the play was Lane. Gain of close to 3 on the play, up to the 43-yard line of Ellis.
It's a strong secondary for Ellis. And like you said, Landis Fisher coming up to make the tackle. It's his 9th tackle on the year for the sophomore.
One of those defensive backs with Bryce Younger, Zach Eck. They go with a 5-man front. We talked about Sonneson, who's already got a tackle. Toby Woodworth, the freshman. John Groff, the big defensive tackle. Talon Torline, and then also Cade Lewis up front. They fake it on the run. Now Morgan's looking to pass down the field. Got a man open and a catch over the shoulders. Numbers is Herman, who will make the catch. Brett Herman, the 180-pound senior, makes the catch to the Ellis 15-yard line.
Boy, that was a good throw. Keldon Day was wide open on the other side of the field, but what a delivery there by Hunter Morgan to throw that ball a little bit into coverage, but right into the breadbasket over the top of the defense to Brett Herman, who is the leading receiver for this LaCrosse team.
25 yards on the catch. They'll hand it off inside, and looking for a little bit of running room on that counter once again is Supas. Not a lot of running room. You will get it inside the 15, gain of 2. Brings up 2nd down and 8.
Worth noting, Brett Herman with his 15th catch on the season. He's got 275 yards through the air. Averages 20 yards a catch. That you said that one was 25. Got 5 touchdowns receiving on the year as well.
First down carry moves him inside the Ellis 15-yard line, right about that 13, as Morgan will go underneath center, hand it for Brown left side. Brown going to bounce it, try and get to the corner with some running room. That's a foot race to the end zone, and he will fall into the end zone for a touchdown. Good speed on the 13-yard touchdown run for Zach Brown, who has his 10th touchdown of the season. The 140-pound senior is able to get to the corner off that left side and outrun everybody, and LaCrosse takes a 6-0 lead early on in this first quarter with 6:41 to go.
He said he bounced it to the outside on that left side, and I just saw open grass in front of him, and then uses his speed to get to the corner and get the touchdown.
A line up and go for 2, handoff and a little fullback dive for Brown, and he will not get there on the 2-point conversion, but he has the LaCrosse Leopards on top 6-0 as Brown scored on that 13-yard touchdown run. And actually, they spotted him out of bounds. Official on that far side signaled touchdown.
Oh, so it wasn't a touchdown.
Well, so that actually was a short gain. So it was a gain of 12. The officials signaled touchdown. So it was a 12-yard run. Then that's a short gain. And now Brown again off that right guard, and he won't get there. They had set that up. And again, the official on the far side, right in front of him, had signaled for the touchdown. So back-to-back carries for Brown, as he will pick up a gain of 12, and then back-to-back carries of no yards, getting right back to that line of scrimmage. So Brown did not get in. The official right in front signaled it was he had it for the touchdown, but again, it was not. So now they'll line up with that split back behind Morgan. Hunter Morgan going to keep it right side, and he will cut it up and get the first points of our ball game. So now it is 6-0 in favor of LaCrosse. That comes here at the 5:20 mark. After it looked like Zach got in, the official on that far sideline had signaled that he was in. Morgan on the ground, so a good drive capped off by the 5th touchdown run of the season for Hunter Morgan, and now they will kick the extra point, which is what they do every time, and this was a low snap and hold, and the kick was into the back of the, really into the legs of the lineman up front, as Daniel Martins is the kicker. That one was not good, so it ends up being Hunter Morgan who will score on the touchdown following the 12-yard scamper for Zach Brown, where he almost got in the end zone. Then a couple plays later, it is Hunter Morgan who will score on the 1-yard touchdown run. And that comes with 5:20 to go in our first quarter. So it's Hunter Morgan who scores on the touchdown from a yard out. It's a 1-yard run, and it makes it 6-0 in favor of LaCrosse.
11-play drive. Chewed up a lot of clock. Almost 5 minutes off the clock. 55 yards in 11 plays. Take the 6-0 lead. I believe it was Ryan Hurl that for Ellis that got that blocked PAT that just kind of got kicked right into him as he got through the line. So
Ellis will have their second possession of the first half with 5:20 to go. They're ready to receive the kick. Sonneson standing right at his own 10. They put Bryce Younger up around the. Looks like he's going to stand just shy of the 20, so the 18 or 19. And now here's an onside kick attempt from the Ellis special teams, but a good job up front. That time, Zachary Eck stayed at home and was able to recover the onside kick at the 49. I think at the 48.5, we'll call it the 49. And that's where Ellis will take over. So LaCrosse onside kick attempt unsuccessful early.
And John Webster aggressive here early on, and he knows his defense is strong, so he has no problem giving up some good field position here to the Ellis Railers.
Younger and Sonneson, the wide receivers to the near side. Hurl and Fisher to the far side. They're going to run it with that out of the quarterback position as he's looking to get to the corner. Got a block, but there's a flag coming in. That's going to be a block in the back penalty as he did get inside LaCrosse territory to the Leopard 49. As Joseph Eck was able to get to the sideline as we await the penalty from the referee. They're going to call a hold on the corner on Ellis. Eck asks for an explanation. The referees will back it up to their 38-yard line. That'll be the second penalty on Ellis. So it's a 10-yard holding penalty and backs them up to their own 38.
Yeah, and both penalties have really hurt their drive. Both drives here so far. Now setting up with a first and long, and they've had trouble picking up yards already in this game, and they're not helping themselves here on first down.
Senior quarterback Eck underneath center. They'll run it out of the wishbone as Younger trying to get off of that right side, but just no running room. Caden Trower from his defensive tackle position makes the tackle. Gain of 1 brings up second down and 19.
We'll see if Ellis keeps going through the ground here. They are a ground team. They don't go to the air a whole lot, only averaging 36.5 yards a game through the air, 194 yards a game on the ground. And they've scored 12 rushing touchdowns, only 4 passing touchdowns, but they might have to go through the air in this game eventually.
They'll go back to the spread. Motion man is Bryce Younger. He'll line up now with 3 wide receivers to the right. Looking to throw to the left is Eck in trouble. Now he's going to roll right, throw it late, and he just threw it away. So they try to set up a little one-on-one here, but it's incomplete as he throws it away. It's third down and long, 3rd and 19. Eck 0 for 2 through the air so far in quarter number 1. We've got 4:27 to go in the opening quarter.
Next got a scramble. He's had to scramble on both of those pass attempts that he's made today. One of them got knocked away, and that one he just kind of threw out of bounds.
On 3rd down and long, they'll go back to the spread look. Ellis with 2 wide receivers to each side as Joseph Eck in the shotgun looking to throw a little screen. It's Sonneson who will make the catch. He's hit and dropped right away. I'm not sure he got back to the line of scrimmage as they set up a wide receiver screen. And making the play was Christian Supis. That is no gain, 4th down now.
That ball hung in the air a little long, and Christian Supis as soon as he saw the ball leave the quarterback's hands, knew immediately where he was going. He was going to go after the receiver and laid a good hit for his 9th tackle on the year.
Sonneson to punt for the second time. The lefty averaging right around 30 yards per kick. There's a high rainbow snap, and this will be a much better kick as Morgan will let it bounce, and it'll take a bounce and roll inside the 30, so that takes an Ellis bounce to the 26-yard line. And LaCrosse will get it back. They scored on their opening possession, and now they've got it for the second time here in this first quarter. I mentioned our starting lineups a moment ago. They're presented by Gino Health Mart Pharmacy and Rush County Pharmacy. When it comes to your family's health, you want the best care possible, as Gino Health Mart Pharmacy and Rush County Pharmacy can help. Stop in and see why so many people choose GNL Health Mart Pharmacy and Rush County Pharmacy to be their pharmacy. With 3:43 remaining in this first quarter, the touchdown from a yard out from Hunter Morgan has LaCrosse on by the score of 6-0. There's a little play action. Morgan's going to keep it right. Morgan with a first down carry. As Eck will make the play, but not before Morgan picks up 17 on first down.
That's set up by the nice blocking on the outside by Brett Herman, engaging the cornerback and holding his block legally. So his quarterback can get a nice chunk yards. Big pickup there for Hunter Morgan, set up by the block by his wide receiver.
Morgan with that 1-yard touchdown run in this first quarter got the scoring started. Here's a counter play. They'll hand it off on the end around. It's Brett Herman. Herman from that tight end position gets across the 43 up to just shy of the 45-yard line. As Brett Herman will carry it for the 7th time this season and picks up a couple of yards on first down.
And LaCrosse moving the ball fairly easily here to start the game. And again, this goes back to that offensive line. It is their strong point on this team. Those 3 returners and then the sophomore and the freshman as well, learning how to play on that line from those seniors.
Zachary Eku made the tackle a moment ago. Now they'll shift 3 players from the left to the right, and Coach John Webster, in disgust, calls timeout.
Immediately, Coach Webster knew something's not right here. Got 3 guys moving in motion, and that's not what I called.
So the timeout, the first taken of this first quarter by either team. 2:40 to go in the first quarter. It's 6-0 LaCrosse with the lead. They get the 1-yard touchdown run from Hunter Morgan, set up by their good defensive play, and the long run that set up the touchdown from Zach Brown from about 12.5 yards out. Our game is presented in part by Fisher Pipe Testing, Cottage Lane Pumpkin Patch, Golden Bell Telephone, Fisher Well Service, Ellis Hometown Food Center, and Golden Bell Co-op of Ellis and Riga. 2:40 to play here in this first quarter. 6-0 the lead for LaCrosse. And kind of what we expected to see from this LaCrosse team. The guys up front are big and they're physical, and they've done a good job of running the football so far. Already with 1 possession, the touchdown run.
Yeah, again, Caden Trower, Kale Mojo, Brock Brown, the center, the sophomore, Jacob Showalter, and C.J. Patterson's the freshman. And, boy, Patterson's the freshman on that line. And just imagine the things he's going to learn and the experience he's going to get as he gets older and moves on as he keeps playing that line.
Out of the timeout, they'll face 2nd down and 8 from just shy of the 44. Here's a pass play. Morgan rolling right now. He'll throw it late. Supis had it and then dropped it. Morgan with indecision. He thought he was going to take off and run and then threw it late to Supis. Breaks up 3rd down now.
And Hunter Morgan takes care of the football. That's his thing. He's only thrown 1 pick this season and usually makes good decisions. That time he was kind of caught, like you said, in between wanting to run it and then seeing Supis out in the flat, a little open, and not a bad idea there, but just Supis just wasn't ready for it. Throw wasn't the best throw that he could have made. He was on Martin. Takes care of the football.
And now we're going to get some movement as Kelton Day, the tight end on the right side, started a little early. And that'll be the first penalty on LaCrosse. They had got it up to their own 44, about 43-yard line, but the penalty will back them up now just inside their own 40. And they face a 3rd down and long now. 3rd down and about 13. 2:35 to go here in our opening quarter. LaCrosse leading 6-0.
Yeah, that's it can't be jumping offside or jumping false starting on the 3rd down.
They'll send 3 wide receivers to the right. Ellis now shifting around and a little miscommunication there. They finally do get set up as Morgan out of the shotgun. Morgan's going to throw it deep up the seam. He's got a man. It's Herman who will make it. She's on his feet trying to stave off a defender and will get inside the goal for the LaCrosse. As Brett Herman hauls in his 2nd long pass of the night.
Boy, Brett Herman. He caught a pass this season. His longest was 83 yards. That one was long, and boy, Herman's such a good receiver, but what about the throw by Hunter Morgan? Again, drops it over the top of the defense right into the hands of his receiver on the run. That's a tough throw to make.
51 yards on the pass play. Now they'll hand it right side for Brown. Trying to get to the goal line, and he just comes up short. Good tackle by Bryce Younger. That prevents a touchdown off that right side as Brown will carry it for a gain of about 8.5. 2nd down and goal from the 1.
And Hunter Morgan will fool you. Only 5'8", 142, the sophomore, but boy, he's got a rocket attached to his right shoulder, and just a beautiful delivery to Herman, and that's what LaCrosse will do. They'll lull you to sleep with the run, keep hitting you with those offensive linemen, and then Hunter Morgan will drop back and throw it over the top of the defense.
Two backs in the backfield. There's a quick pitch for Supis left side, trying to get in, and he does. Christian Supis with his first touchdown run of the night. This one coming from a yard out, and just like that, it's a 2-touchdown lead for LaCrosse Leopards on the first touchdown of the night from Christian Supis, his 8th on the season, and it's a 2-score lead with 1:32 to go in our first quarter. On top 12-0 as they will line up and once again go for the extra point, as the extra point is up and good for Daniel Martins. He is now 1 for 2 through the air with the extra point. That's a 2-score lead now for LaCrosse. They lead 13-0 with 1:32 to go. Comes on the Christian Supis 1-yard touchdown run. All set up by that long pass play from Hunter Morgan to Brett Herman, the second time that they have connected for a long pass play. This one was a pass of 51 yards. They gave him the first down and set him up for the touchdown run for Supis.
Yeah, that was the big play of the drive. Facing a long third down because of the penalty, the false start on the offense, and 3rd and long, and Hunter Brown gets some nice protection up front, steps into a throw. He's got Herman running the field for that big catch, and then for LaCrosse in the red zone, that's
Mojo ready to kick it off again. The senior Kale had the onside kick a moment ago, hasn't kicked it deep, as Ellis has Younger and company right at their own 20-yard line, and it will be Bryce Younger from the left side of the 20, trying to take it up the middle, looking for some blocks as he'll get across the 30 up to the 35, and then down at about the 36-yard line. Tackled by a host of Leopards, including Michael Showalter, the sophomore, who was down there to make the tackle. Ellis will have it for the 3rd time in the first quarter with 1:25 to go at their own 36-yard line, and they are in desperate need of some offense here, down by 2 scores at 13-0 with 1:25 to go in this first quarter. Come out in that spread look again. Eck in the shotgun. 2 wide receiver split to each side. Little read option. It will be Eck who will keep it left side. He slipped 1 tackle, but won't get away from Supis, who after the touchdown makes a huge defensive play. Joseph Eck's going to be stopped for a loss of 2. They're cleaned it up.
Yeah, that's what you get with this defense. They help each other out and they spread out the tackling. I mean, there's not a single player on this defense that's far ahead of the others in total tackles. They all have about the same, around 30. There's a lot of them that have almost 30 tackles, and it's plays like that. They play good team defense.
Inverted wishbone behind Eck, who's underneath center. Long count. They fake the handoff. Now they'll go the second back through. It's the freshman Connor Pfeiffer off the right side. Pfeiffer across the 40 to the 41. They've been backed up with 2nd down and 12. Pfeiffer will pick up 8 yards, brings up 3rd down and 6.
Boy, that's a big pickup right there, and Ellis has been negative in their yardage on their first 2 drives. So that's huge and gives them a better chance here on this 3rd down.
Could be our final play of the first quarter with 15 seconds to go, a 3rd down and 5. They'll run the same play to the left. Keeper for the quarterback. Eck trying to get to the sideline, makes a couple of men miss and will run out of bounds as he has ran out at the 45. That is close to a first down, but I think it's going to be short, about a yard short. So he's ran out of bounds by Blake Herman, the sophomore, and company. Ooh. It is short. It's 4th down at about half a yard.
Well, what do you do here if you're Ellis? You're in your own territory at the 45, but man, it's just barely a yard for that first down. It looks like they're going to try and go for it here.
0 for 2 on 3rd down. Make it 0 for 3 now on 3rd down as they go with the hard count. Everybody stays at home for LaCrosse on the 3 hard counts. And now see if Eck decides to snap it on 4th down. He will just keep it on the quarterback keeper. And that is the first down of the game for the Ellis Railroaders. And it comes on the QB sneak from Joseph Eck, as he will carve out just enough for a first down. They'll set the chains with 0.8 seconds to go. Well, now they're going to look at it from our vantage point, which it's right. I mean, it was right in front of us. It was enough for a first down. They do take a peek at it and then call enough for a first down. So there it is. The officials will move the chains and set it on the far side. And now with 0.8 seconds to go, I believe that will do it for the first quarter clock. It comes after a fourth down conversion for the Ellis Railroaders. Now we've got a stoppage on the field for some reason, and that will do it for the first quarter. 13-0 the lead for LaCrosse as we head to the second quarter here from LaCrosse on 101.9 The Bull.
Eagle Communications is your complete business solution with options to fit any budget. We provide business class phone with customizable features and fast, reliable internet. Your knowledgeable team at Technology Solutions has a broad base of IT services to meet your needs. Let the experts at Marketing Solutions get your message to the right people on the best platforms. Eagle Communications will build your personalized business plan. Call us at 877-61-EAGLE.
It's a beautiful day in our super high-speed internet great customer service neighborhood. Like you, this is where we live. In fact, our company is employee-owned, so it's our goal to improve the quality of life for everyone in our community by delivering faster, more reliable internet, clearer, more feature-laden phone service, quality TV channels, all with the level of customer service you'd expect from people who are your neighbors. Eagle Communications, our community connected.
Thank you. Like, that official signaled touchdown.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And then, like, well, that's weird. I know they kicked the extra point.
They're going again. Second chance on the 2-point conversion.
LaCrosse leading 13-0 as we head to the second quarter. Ellis, though, driving on their third possession of the first half. They've got it with a first down and 10 at the 46. Eck will fake the handoff, little rollout right, looking for somebody open, and now he'll just chuck it out of bounds as a couple of Ellis receivers, Saunderson and Hurl, both give pretty good efforts, but that was well out of bounds, and now it's second down and 10 from their own 46-yard line.
Maybe for Ellis, run a little bit shorter routes. Eck doesn't have a whole lot of time back there to get the passes off, and he's constantly scrambling out there. They did try a screen pass earlier, but LaCrosse was all over it, but they might need to stick to some shorter routes in the passing game.
11:51 to go here in our first half. The LaCrosse Leopards on top 13-0. They get a 1-yard touchdown run from Hunter Morgan to start out the scoring, and then that 1-yard run from Christian Supis. Now on second down, it is a quick dive. Looked like that was read option, and it was a keeper for Eck. I think it was actually Pfeiffer took it on the read option and gained about a yard, the freshman. From that little fullback position. So now they face another third down. They are 0 for 3 on third down. They do have a gain, or they do have a conversion on fourth down. Out of the shotgun again. They'll run it right side. The quarterback, Eck, out of the shotgun. Now he'll cut it back up inside, and Eck is hit inside LaCrosse territory. Let's see where they spotted. He may not have enough for a first down, but it's awful close. So he's brought down at the LaCrosse 45-yard line. He got hit from behind, and that looked like that was close. That they'll say it was just shy.
That is close.
They do get it to the LaCrosse 45-yard line, just across the LaCrosse 45.
And if I'm Ellis, I go back to what I did earlier. Just make that defense be in their stance and wait, and then just sneak it across.
That's a gain of 7. Now a quarterback keeper, and I don't think Eck's going to get there. Great push up front by the LaCrosse defensive line. Trower in on there as he comes out clapping his hands with a good defensive play. And that was all penetration for LaCrosse. And they lose a yard back to the 4. A turnover on downs.
Well, they made LaCrosse stay in their stances on that first drive, trying to draw them off sides, and then finally, eventually, Eck just goes. But this time he went right away, and they turned it over on downs.
Those guys up front, Mitch and Trower, Showalter, Mojo, those guys did a good job to get a push and force the first turnover of our game. It's a turnover on down. So LaCrosse will take over at their own 45-yard line, already with a couple of touchdown drives. Hunter Morgan will keep it. He's all by himself to the left inside Ellis territory, inside the 45, and he's finally spun down on the play by Joseph Eck, but not before he gets to the 43-yard line. That's a gain of 13 for Hunter Morgan and a first down. Hunter Morgan already with over 30 yards on 4 carries. He does have that 1-yard touchdown run. This offense for LaCrosse is moving well in this first half. Morgan will hand it left side. Brown will go right into the guard, then squeeze through across the 40 down inside to about the 37-yard line. What looked like it was going to be a short gain is a gain of 6 for Zach Brown.
And LaCrosse, first 2 drives here in this game have each ended in touchdowns. They had a 55-yard drive and a 74-yard drive. And big pass plays in both of those drives to set up those scores.
On second down, it'll be a quarterback keeper out of the fake. Right side, it's Morgan, who will get to the Ellis sideline, the first down, and then be thrown out of bounds as he was ridden out by Bryce Younger inside the 30. In fact, they'll spot him right out of bounds at the 28-yard line. It's a first down. That is a gain of 9. The quarterback, Hunter Morgan.
House did a great job blocking on that outside, giving his quarterback that edge. And LaCrosse, they're just executing very well offensively, really on both sides of the ball to start this game.
Morgan, the quarterback, at 142 pounds, the sophomore. He's hard to see back there, but he's quick, able to get to that sideline. Gains of 13 and 9 on the last 2 carries. Sets him up first down and 10, under 9.5 to go first half. Here's Brown. Zach left side, tried to cut up inside, got down to the 27-yard line. So a short gain for Brown of about 2.
And if you're the defensive backs for Ellis, you're just wondering when they're going to try and hit on that pass play again. They did it. They've done it once on each drive. They'll just run it, and then Morgan will drop back and pass it.
Wide receiver is split to each side now as they go to the offset I formation. Handed right side, Brown. It's Brown. Not a lot of running room that time. He's brought down on the play by Sonneson. Maybe a gain of a yard. Third down and 8 coming up. In fact, right back to the line of scrimmage. Third down and 8 facing LaCrosse. They do have a conversion on 4th down, but not on 3rd down. They're 0 for 1 on 3rd down. They break the huddle on a 2nd down and a long, or make it 3rd down and a long 8. The split back formation. Morgan fakes it. Now he's going to roll right and look to pass. Morgan looking back to his left. He's going to throw it up, and it is incomplete. Looking for Day, the tight end, down the field. Good coverage by Bryce Younger. There is a flag, though, right at the line of scrimmage. It's holding called on LaCrosse. If you decline it, it's 4th down at 8. And they'll surely go for it from the Ellis 27-yard line, called the 28-yard line. If they take the penalty, it's a 10-yard penalty. Ellis will decline the penalty, so it's 4th down now.
And I think that's a good decision by Amrine there. It's 4th and long for LaCrosse, and you put them in a spot where they kind of have to go for it here. I mean, they're in Ellis territory, not close enough for a field goal.
Offset I again with a wide receiver to each side. Play action. Here comes the pressure. Morgan can't get away, and he fumbled the football, but he got it back. Good play by the freshman Connor Pfeiffer, who will pick up his 2nd sack of the season. He came from the right side and sacked Hunter Morgan on 4th down. It's a turnover on downs, and Ellis will get it back.
That's a big play there by the freshman. And for a LaCrosse team that's only fumbled it once this season, again, they fall on that one. And they get kind of lucky. I mean, it wouldn't really mattered if they would have fallen it. They would still have the ball where they're at.
Loss of 5 on the sack. And a first down here for Ellis out of the shotgun. Eck looking to run, and the quarterback Eck gets close to the 35. We'll call it the 34, so he picks up 2 on first down as he's tackled by the middle of that defensive front for the LaCrosse Leopards. Showalter and company in on the tackle. They do call it a gain of a couple for the quarterback Eck, who has 6 carries now, 10 yards on those 6 carries as they face second down and 8 from the 34-yard line. Now they go the wishbone formation with 2 tight ends. Read option, the fullback will take it. That's Connor Pfeiffer with a good gain. 40-yard, pick up 6 on the freshman Connor Pfeiffer's 3rd carry of the game.
And this that defensive stop could be the momentum changer that could give Ellis a shot in the arm, maybe some spark here, get that offense going.
Kalen Thielenhaus, the sophomore, made the tackle from his defensive end position. 7 minutes to go in our first half. 13-0 in favor of LaCrosse, but Ellis driving, facing a 3rd down and 3. Hard count. They'll run the option. Keeper for Eck, right side. He'll bow it, get the first down to the 40, and then gets popped down hard by Adrian Collins at the 37-yard line.
He put his head down and he said, I'm just going to try and run through you. And boy, they met hard. That was a high-speed collision right there, and both players get right back up. Big hit.
Yeah, we heard it from up here, and it was a good hit. Gain of 7 and a first down, just the second first down of the first half for Ellis. They'll go inverted wishbone, another double tight formation. They hand it off on the fullback trap. No, it was kept by the quarterback. Good thing they didn't give it to Younger as he was popped hard and was knocked back into the backfield, but the quarterback Eck will pick up 2. Second down and 8. Brown on the tackle.
It's a good drive so far for Ellis. They're moving the chains. They're getting positive yards, which is what they struggled to do on their first 2 drives of the game, but they're starting to get some momentum, and maybe this offensive line starting to get some confidence against this defensive line for the Leopards, and they're starting to get a nice push.
We close in on 6 minutes to go in our first half. 13-0 LaCrosse with the lead, but Ellis driving on a 2nd down and 8. Eck will hand it off to Pfeiffer, make it Younger, who is fullback. They go to that little inverted wishbone formation, and Bryce Younger hit at the line of scrimmage and dropped on the tackle. That's a loss of a yard on the play. 3rd down and a long 8.
And I think Jacob Showalter took some offense to me just saying that Ellis offensive line is starting to get the better of the defensive line. Showalter gets right through his block and meets the ball carrier in the backfield for a minimal gain.
Cross fans on the near sideline. Starting to come to life on a big 3rd down play. 3rd down and 9. Ellis trying to keep the drive alive. They'll go inverted wishbone. A double tight. Underneath center is the quarterback Eck. They'll hand it left side for Pfeiffer. The freshman on the head of falls forward into LaCrosse territory to the 40-yard line. You like what you see. 8. It's still 4th down and a long 2.
And it seems like Ellis has picked up the speed a little bit on all their misdirection and fake handoffs. It seemed like they were a little slow early in the game, but now they're a little bit more crisp offensively, and that's why they're picking up positive yardage. But now that they've crossed into Leopard territory, I think they're probably going to try and go for it here. Ellis
set to go for it on 4th down, and we'll call it close to 3. They're 1 for 2 on 4th down, and now they want to take it over. Coach Greg Amrine didn't like what he saw from his team in the LaCrosse line, their formation as well on defense, and so they take the timeout. We've got 4:36 to go in our second quarter. It is 13-0 in favor of the LaCrosse Leopards. They get the ball game started on a Hunter Morgan 1-yard touchdown run. That came at the 5:20 mark in that first quarter, and then just less than 4 minutes later, this would score from a yard out. That was all set up by that 51 play from Hunter Morgan to Brett Herman that set up the Supas touchdown. Our game is brought to you in parts by T-Roy's Roustabout, also brought to you by Alice Credit Union, Tacoma State Bank, Arthur's Pizza and Mexican Food, USD 388, and Rush County Insurance Services Agent Jeff Vapp. We've got 4:36 to go in this first half. 13-0 in favor of LaCrosse, but this is a huge play on a 4th down and 3 facing the Ellis Railroaders, trying to keep a drive alive.
It is a big play here, and credit Ellis. They've set themselves up here last few times on 4th down for a 4th and manageable. They snuck it the first 2 times. We'll see with the quarterback, Joe Eck. We'll see what they try and do here. It's a little further than it's been for them tonight.
1 for 2 on 4th down. Eck underneath center, needs 3. They fake the handoff. Now Eck looking to pass. He's rolling right, a little jump pass. He underthrew it, and it is intercepted, taken away by Adrian Collins at the 20, and he'll be thrown out of bounds. Across, and there is a flag on the return across the 35 to the 37. And this may be on the return. As it stands now, the interception.
I thought Herman was going to get that one, but it went over the top of him. And then was it Collins that?
Yeah, Adrian Collins with his first interception of the season.
Very
the senior.
nice. Took it away from the receiver. So I think this is on the return. You're right.
Well, they were talking to Coach John Webster.
Oh, okay.
And so he wants to decline it. No, they're going to pick it up. That's bizarre. Come talk to Coach Webster, and he signaled like he wanted to decline it, and then they picked it up. So I'm not exactly sure what the penalty could have been. And in fact, the return for Collins was across the 30. They mark it back to the 29-yard line. He could have stepped out on the return. That would be the only explanation as Zach Brown gets his first carry of this drive and maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage. No, he'll actually lose a yard back to the 28-yard line. As the interception thrown by Eck is his 5th of the season, and the INT was taken away that time by Adrian Collins, who made a really nice play. But again, not sure what the only explanation could be that he stepped out of bounds at the 29-yard line as they had a flag and then picked it up. So I wonder if maybe they used the flag instead of the beanbag as a marker. Hunter Morgan on a down and long. He's going to keep it left side. Morgan is going to be tracked down and dropped right near the 35-yard line. Good tackle by Connor Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer from his linebacker position tracked him down to the 35. 3rd down and 4 after the gain of 6 for Hunter Morgan.
Yeah, it looked like a designed pass play as Blake Herman was calling for the football as his quarterback took off, but Morgan decided it's better for him to just keep it there, get a nice chunk of yards, and set themselves up for a 3rd and manageable.
Tight end to the left, they'll run a split back to the right. Here's a quick pitch from Zach Brown, right side. Brown will make one man miss and then cuts it up the field. Brown to the races as he's into Ellis territory, the 40. Now he'll try and cut back along the sideline. Brown inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. He just flipped the field on 3rd down on the 7th first down of the game for LaCrosse. First time they've converted on 3rd down. Huge gain for Zach Brown.
Run play to the far side, and all Brown had to do was get past the line of scrimmage and into that level of the defense. Then he started to use his speed and just took off as he saw that green grass in front of him. A big pickup, and the key to LaCrosse scoring drives tonight have been big pickup plays. They've had 2 passes on 2 drives. That was a big run.
Gain of 33 sets him up 1st down. Morgan looking to throw left side as he throws it up and overshot Brett Herman. You got to like the shots they take. That one was in the corner near the goal line, but it's incomplete. So Morgan now just make it 2 of 5 through the air.
Well, LaCrosse has been pretty balanced tonight with the run. Obviously, they've ran the ball more than passed it, but they're keeping Ellis on their toes. They're keeping him honest. We will throw the ball, and we will pass it, and we will throw it deep. So those play actions, those handoffs, those affect that defense. It keeps them on their heels and keeps them guessing.
Just under 3 minutes to go, first quarter, first half, 13-0. LaCrosse with the lead. Underneath handoff on the fullback trap for Supas. Christian Supas will get to the 25. He picks up 3 as he's tackled by Pfeiffer. Also in on the tackle was Toby Woodworth, the freshman, brings up a third down and about 7.
Supus averaging 76 yards per game on the ground. And that's to complement Zach Brown's 68.5 yards per game and Hunter Morgan's 36 yards a game.
Under 2.5 now to play first half. They'll go wide receiver to the right. Hunter Morgan will keep it left side. The quarterback trying to get to the edge. He cuts it back up inside. Will fall inside the 20 to the 19. Hunter Morgan with a gain of 6 on the play. Bryce Younger and Hurl in on the tackle as Ryan Hurl comes up from his linebacker position. Good gain of 6 that time for the quarterback, Morgan.
Interesting play call here for John Webster. 4th and short, 4th and 2. Ball on the 20-yard line, so just inside the red zone here for the Leopards. And this is kind of no man's land where you have to go for it on 4th down here.
Yeah, the minute 45 to go in our first half, trying to keep this drive alive. Out of the 2 tight end set, Morgan will keep it right side, slips the tackle on his feet as he stays upright inside the 19. Tackled by Talon Torline, the junior, coming down the line of scrimmage. Where do they spot it? They're eyeballing it. No signal. They've got a flag on the play. It's holding called on LaCrosse. It would have been enough for a first down, it looks like, from our vantage point. But I think maybe they're going to measure to determine, so we'll have to wait and see. So they'll bring the measurement out, or the sticks out. It's awful close.
Well, it's a big decision for Amrine. He wants to know for sure. Obviously, if you decline it and they haven't gotten the first down, you get the ball.
Yeah, turnover on downs. We'll see as they stretch the chains, and they didn't get it. So that'll be a turnover on downs.
Wow. So
Ellis
going to decline now.
Yeah, decline it. Take the gain of just a couple for Hunter Morgan. He needed about 2.5. Only got a couple, and the holding penalty will decline it and take the turnover on downs. So that's our second turnover on downs in this first half. Now Ellis with a minute 33 to go in this first half. See if they've got some offensive life, some quick strike ability.
That's back-to-back drives, turnovers on downs for LaCrosse offense. So.
Nobody scored here in the second quarter after LaCrosse ran out to a 2-touchdown lead in that first quarter. Ellis backed up, though, inside their own 20-yard line. Take it from the 19. Read option, handoff, and not a lot of running room as they go with the first back through. Like that may have been a keeper by Eck, the quarterback. And with 1:15 to go here, LaCrosse wondered if they were going to use the timeouts. They won't. It's a gain of 2 for the quarterback, Eck. Second down at 8. They won't snap it till under a minute left in this first quarter. Eck with his 9th carry for about 21 yards. Snap it again, hit the backfield and dropped. Good penetration up front. They go with Fisher, and Showalter made the tackle. And now Coach Webster calling the timeout. So they will get the timeout with 50.3 seconds to go. Second timeout taken by LaCrosse. So Landis Fisher with his first carry of the game, he loses 2. Now third down and long. Third down at 11.
Yeah, it's a good timeout there by Webster. Ellis deep in LaCrosse territory. They've struggled on third and long here today. So use your timeouts to get that clock to keep it from moving. See if you can stop Ellis here, make him punt. Maybe you get good field position. And we've seen the arm of Hunter Morgan, so 50 seconds isn't out of the realm of possibility for this LaCrosse offense. Game
brought to you in part by Gibbs Auto Supply, Golden Belt Co-op, Farmers Bank and Trust of LaCrosse. Also brought to you by Swift Services, Henry and Helena Fisher. Farmers Bank and Trust of LaCrosse, Golden Belt Telephone, City Plumbing, Eagle Communications, and Rick's Food Store. Out of the timeout, the second taken by LaCrosse of this first half. They will have 1 to go. See what Coach Amrine and company decide to do on third down and long. It's third and about 11 and a half to get it to about the 28-yard line as they're deep inside their own territory. Send 2 wide receivers, Jones and Hurl to the near side. And now 2 wide receivers far side out of the spread. Shotgun. Eck out of the chin, and the quarterback Eck will keep it. Made a man miss at the line of scrimmage, and now he's going to fall out of bounds, and that will stop the clock. He's well short of the first down as they spot him down to the 21-yard line. Eck picks up 3, and it's 4th down.
If you're Ellis, you got to punt this ball. Got to get it out of this dangerous territory here, deep in inside their own 20, or right at the 20-yard line of Ellis. So they've got to punt this one away, and they got to be careful. I believe that's Hunter Morgan back to receive.
Yep, Hunter Morgan back waiting the kick. He'll stand near midfield as Saunderson ready to take this one away. You need a good kick to try and. LaCrosse does have the one timeout. LaCrosse now the bad snap, and Saunderson dropped it, and he's going to be dropped by Trower deep inside Ellis territory. What a huge mistake on special teams as the snap was low. Saunderson couldn't pick it up cleanly. That'll be down to the 11-yard line. LaCrosse will have it inside Ellis territory.
Wow. That's rough for Ellis. It's your chance to kick it away. Make this next 40 seconds tough. And so you just made it a lot easier on them.
Goes down as a second turnover on downs for Ellis, and it starts LaCrosse in great field position as they're actually at the Ellis 12. They'll go spread as Hunter Morgan looks to the sideline. And now a timeout taken by Ellis. So Coach Amrine wanting to talk things over defensively. That'll be their second timeout taken of the first half, and you got to get it right here, already down 13-0. Ellis with their backs backed up against their own goal line now following the special teams mistake. With 40 seconds to go, LaCrosse does have a timeout. They've got one left in this first half. So if you're Coach Webster and company, you've got the whole playbook at your disposal and a chance to try and add one more here right before halftime.
And if you're Coach Amrine, you're asking your defense to get this one stop here at the end of the half, because 13-0 at halftime is a lot more manageable than at 20, presuming they make the score and get the point after, than 20-0. And also keep in mind, LaCrosse gets the ball back in the second half, so LaCrosse trying to go 2 for 1 here.
LaCrosse up 13-0, 40 seconds to go following the mishandled snap on the punt attempt by Ellis. LaCrosse is in business just outside of the Ellis 12-yard line. They'll load up 3 wide receivers to the left. Hunter Morgan looking that way. A screen pass for Herman. Brett will make the catch, trying to get to the sideline. He's brought down outside the numbers by Joseph Eck. So he got it inside the 10. It's a gain of 2 on the little screen pass. And now they're quickly to the line of scrimmage and ready to go for it. Morgan barks out the signal, and now everybody moving. Coach Webster upset with his team. Thought he had a couple of plays called in the huddle. You take the 2 plays, you run one quickly, and then you go for the second one. But now everybody moves. And that'll be a 5-yard false start penalty. They had it inside. So they took over at the 12, had it right around the 10-yard line. And now LaCrosse is going to take their final timeout of the first half, as that penalty will back them up around their own 13.
Last 3 drives have been a struggle. Even though LaCrosse has been in excellent field position in these last 3 drives, they just haven't been able to get in the end zone, and they've hurt themselves with penalties.
They scored on their first drive following an Ellis punt. On a 1-yard touchdown run from Hunter Morgan, it was set up by a Zach Brown 12-yard scamper that they scored a couple of plays later. Then after another 3 and out by Ellis, they would put together another really nice drive. It was capped off by a Supis 1-yard touchdown run. That was all set up by the long pass play from Hunter Morgan to Brett Herman. Herman has 3 catches, 1 for 25, 1 for 51, the other one for 2 yards just a moment ago. Now following the penalty, it'll bring up second down They can't get a first down, so it's second and about 12. As they go shotgun for Morgan. 3 wide receivers to the right. He's looking to the left, and it is incomplete. That was into triple coverage looking for Keldon Day. Now it's third down.
Well, if you got 3 guys covering 1 guy on the left and 3 receivers to the right, somebody's got to be open on that right side. But Hunter Morgan never moved his eyes to that right side of the field. He knew where he was going the whole time, and that was the Keldon Day on that left side and into triple coverage.
So now third down coming up. There's 14.6 seconds to go in this first half. A 13-0 LaCrosse lead. And it's third down and 13. Ellis again scrambling defensively as Morgan will check the play. Now to the shotgun. Morgan looking to his left. Little fade into the corner, and it's deflected. And then a flag comes in. They were looking for Herman in the end zone. Good play by Landis Fisher over there with Younger in coverage, but this one's going to be on Ellis, I believe.
It looked like he got bumped while the ball was in the air. It's a tough call to make, but I think the right call as they try to throw the fade to her. Got a height advantage. He's 6'1", 180, and we know he can go up and get the just gets bumped a little bit, got the interference call.
Pass interference penalty. It is inside the 15, inside the 20, so it's half the distance to the goal and moves it to about the 6.5 with 9.3 seconds to go. They don't have any more timeouts. So we'll see what they decide to do. A 3 wide receivers bunch to the far side. They fake the handoff. Morgan going to keep it, trying to get to the sideline. Morgan stops the flag on the play, and he's going to be wrapped up, and he will not get the first down on third down. And this could be holding on that right side. Morgan picked up a couple with 1.9 seconds to go. This is going to be holding, I believe, on LaCrosse. So if you're Ellis, you take the play, but LaCrosse is already take the penalty. LaCrosse is already lined up and ready to go.
Plus, like as soon as they put this ball down, 2 seconds. So they're going to have to snap this thing as soon as the ref blows his whistle here.
They'll set the football, and out of the shotgun, they started it, and that will be it. They didn't snap it in time. Referees have blew the whistle, and LaCrosse waited to snap the football, so the first half comes to an end rather unceremoniously.
That was a disastrous end to the half for LaCrosse. They just couldn't get it together, and penalties hurt them. They hurt themselves, and Ellis goes into goes in the half only down 2 scores.
Saw the senior Brett Herman in the middle of that huddle with something to say for his offense. So, he was trying to get him rallied, but a 13-0 score for LaCrosse. If you're Ellis, you feel fortunate not to give up the touchdown, and now trying to bounce back and find a way to get back into it as we head to the second half. Our halftime score, 13-0 in favor of LaCrosse. This is our Eagle Area Game of the Week.
Eagle Communications is your complete business solution with options to fit any budget. We provide business class phone with customizable features and fast, reliable internet. Your knowledgeable team at Technology Solutions has a broad base of IT services to meet your needs. Let the experts at Marketing Solutions get your message to the right people on the best platforms. Eagle Communications will build your personalized business plan. Call us at 877-61-EAGLE.
It's a beautiful day in our super high-speed internet great customer service neighborhood. Like you, this is where we live. In fact, our company is employee-owned, so it's our goal to improve the quality of life for everyone in our community by delivering faster, more reliable internet, clearer, more feature-laden phone service, quality TV channels, all with the level of customer service you'd expect from people who are your neighbors. Eagle Communications, our community connected.
This Ellis broadcast is brought to you by the Ellis Credit Union, where people are worth more than money. Proud sponsor of area school activities. Arthur's Pizza and Mexican Foods. Enjoy fresh-made pizza and Mexican food, the best around. Gilbert, Cheryl, and the entire staff welcome you into Arthur's Pizza and Mexican Foods in downtown Ellis. USD 388, where talented and committed staff and students make Ellis and USD 388 a great place to be. Go Railroaders. Golden Belt Co-op. serving you for over 100 years. Belt Co-op in Ellis, supporting the rail. Call Swift Services for your oil field cementing and acidizing needs. Ted and Shelley Fuchs, proud supporters of the Railroaders. Henry and Helen Fisher, proud to support the youth of Ellis and all that they do. Go Ellis! City Plumbing, supporting the Railroaders and the community of Ellis throughout the year.
It's a beautiful day in our super high-speed internet great customer service neighborhood. Like you, this is where we live. In fact, our company is employee-owned, so it's our goal to improve the quality of life for everyone in our community by delivering faster, more reliable internet, clearer, more feature-laden phone service, quality TV channels, level of customer service you'd expect from people who are your neighbors. Communications. Connected.
This Rush County broadcast is brought to you by Miller Trucking, in business since 1983. Proud to call Rush County home. Farmers Bank and Trust, celebrating 110 years of service to you, the customer. Rush County Insurance, working to do what is right for you and your family with personalized service and high-quality care. Nakoma State Bank, dedicated to excellent customer service and committed to serving the communities where we live, work, and play. The Nakoma State Bank. Mr. P's Truckin', Chad and Lori Folkers, proudly sponsoring all Rush County activities. Locust Grove Village, quality care and professional service at the crossroads where care begins. Agency One, taking time to listen to your needs, always providing personal, one-on-one help to find the perfect insurance for you. Bison State Bank, is right for over a century. And by Lindy and Lindy LLC, County Home. Go Cougars and Leopards.
It's a beautiful day in our super high-speed internet great customer service neighborhood. Like you, this is where we live. In fact, our company is employee-owned, so it's our goal to improve the quality of life for everyone in our community by delivering faster, more reliable internet, clearer, more feature-laden phone service, quality TV channels, all with the level of customer service you'd expect from people who are your neighbors. Eagle Communications. Our community connected.
This Ellis broadcast is brought to you by the Ellis Credit Union, where people are worth more than money. Proud sponsor of area school activities. Arthur's Pizza and Mexican Foods. Enjoy fresh-made pizza and Mexican food, the best around. Gilbert, Cheryl, and the entire staff welcome you into Arthur's Pizza and Mexican Foods in downtown Ellis. USD 388, where talented and committed staff and students make Ellis and USD 388 a great place to be. Go Railroaders. Golden Belt Co-op, serving you for over 100 years. Golden Belt Co-op in Ellis, supporting the Railroaders all the way. Swift Services. Call Swift Services for your oil field cementing and acidizing needs. Ted and Shelley Fuchs, proud supporters of the Railroaders. Henry and Helen Fisher, proud to support the youth of Ellis and all that they do. Go Ellis! City Plumbing, supporting the Railroaders and the community of Ellis throughout the year.
It's a beautiful day in our super high-speed internet great customer service neighborhood. Like you, this is where we live. In fact, our company is employee-owned, so it's our goal to improve the quality of life for everyone in our community by delivering faster, more reliable internet, clearer, more feature-laden phone service, quality TV channels, all with the level of customer service you'd expect from people who are your neighbors. Eagle Communications. Our community connected.
This Rush County broadcast is brought to you by Miller Trucking, in business since 1983. Proud to call Rush County home. Farmers Bank and Trust, celebrating 110 years of service to you, the customer. Rush County Insurance, working to do what is right for you and your family with personalized service and high-quality care. Nakoma State Bank, dedicated to excellent customer service and committed to serving the communities where we live, work, and play. The Tacoma State Bank. Chad and Lori Folkers, sponsoring all Rush County, Locust Grove Village, quality care and professional service at the crossroads where care begins. Agent taking time to listen to your needs, always providing personal, one-on-one help to find the perfect insurance for you. Bison State Bank, doing business right for over a century. And by Lindy Global Helium and Lindy LLC, a global leader, proud to call Rush County home. Go Cougars and Leopards.
It's a beautiful day in our super high-speed internet great customer service neighborhood. We live. In fact, so it's our goal to improve the quality of life for everyone in our community by delivering faster, more reliable internet, clearer, more feature-laden phone service, quality TV channels, all with the level of customer service you'd expect from people who are your neighbors. Eagle Communications. Our community connected.
This Ellis broadcast is brought to you by the Ellis Credit Union, where people are worth more than money. Proud sponsor of area school activities. Arthur's Pizza and Mexican Foods. Enjoy fresh-made pizza and Mexican food, the best around. Gilbert, Cheryl, and the entire staff welcome you into Arthur's Pizza and Mexican Foods in downtown Ellis. USD 388, where talented and committed staff and students make Ellis and USD 388 a great place to be. Go Railroaders. Golden Belt Co-op, serving you for over 100 years. Golden Belt Co-op in Ellis, supporting the Railroaders all the way. Swift Services. Call Swift Services for your oil field cementing and acidizing needs. Ted and Shelley Fuchs, proud supporters of the Railroaders. Henry and Helen Fisher, proud to support the youth of Ellis and all that they do. Go Ellis. City Plumbing, supporting the Railroaders and the community of Ellis throughout the year.
It's a beautiful day in our super high-speed internet great customer service neighborhood. Like you, this is where we live. In fact, our company is employee-owned, so it's our goal to improve the quality of life for everyone in our community by delivering faster, more reliable internet, clearer, more feature-laden phone service, quality TV channels, all with the level of customer service you'd expect from people who are your neighbors. Eagle Communications. Our community connected.
This Rush County broadcast is brought to you by Miller Trucking, in business since 1983. Proud to call Rush County home. Farmers Bank and Trust, celebrating 110 years of service to you, the customer. Rush County Insurance, working to do what is right for you and your family with personalized service and high-quality care. Tacoma State Bank, dedicated to excellent customer service and committed to serving the communities where we live, work, and play. The Tacoma State Bank. Mr. P's Truckin', Chad and Lori Folkers, proudly sponsoring all Rush County activities. Locust Grove Village, quality care and professional service at the crossroads where care begins. Agency 1, taking time to listen to your needs, always providing personal, one-on-one help to find the perfect insurance for you. Bison State Bank, doing business right for over a century. And by Lindy Global Helium and Lindy LLC, a global leader, proud to call Rush County home. Go Cougars and Leopards.
It's a beautiful day in our super high-speed internet great customer service neighborhood. Like you, this is where we live. In fact, our company is employee-owned, so it's our goal to improve the quality of life for everyone in our community by delivering faster, more reliable internet, clearer, more feature-laden phone service, quality TV channels, all with the level of customer service you'd expect from people who are your neighbors. Eagle Communications. Our community connected.
This Ellis broadcast is brought to you by the Ellis Credit Union, where people are worth more than money. Proud sponsor of area school activities. Arthur's Pizza and Mexican Foods. Enjoy fresh-made pizza and Mexican food, the best around. Gilbert, Cheryl, and the entire staff welcome you into Arthur's Pizza and Mexican Foods in downtown Ellis. USD 388. We're talented. 388, a great place to be. Go Railroaders. Golden Belt Co-op, serving you for over 100 years. Golden Belt Co-op in Ellis, supporting the Railroaders all the way. Swift Services. Call Swift Services for your oil field cementing and acidizing needs. Ted and Shelley Feuds, proud supporters of the Railroaders. Henry and Helen Fisher, proud to support the youth of Ellis and all that they do. Go Ellis. City Plumbing, supporting the Railroaders and the community of Ellis throughout the year.
It's a beautiful day in our super high-speed internet great customer service neighborhood. Like you, this is where we live. In fact, our company is employee-owned, so it's our goal to improve the quality of life for everyone in our community by delivering faster, more reliable internet, clearer, more feature-laden service, quality TV channels, all with the level of customer service you'd expect from people who are your neighbors. Eagle Communications, our community connected.
This Rush County broadcast is brought to you by Miller Trucking, in business since 1983. Proud to call Rush County home. Farmers Bank and Trust, celebrating 110 years of service to you, the customer. Rush County Insurance, working to do what is right for you and your family with personalized service and high-quality care. Nakoma State Bank, dedicated to excellent customer service and committed to serving the communities where we live, work, and play.
For our second half of action, a good first half for the LaCrosse offense, especially there in that first quarter, as they scored 2 touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but then also had what ended up being 2 first half turnover on downs. Ellis also had 2 turnovers on downs in that first half, also had an interception for their 3 first half touchdowns. As we welcome you back in here, Jonathan Swigert and CD DeSalvo back with you. 13-0, the halftime score for the LaCrosse Leopards. LaCrosse will get the ball to start this third quarter, CD, and their offense, especially in that first half, in that first quarter, I should say, really found a good rhythm.
Yeah, they did, and especially on those first 2 drives, those 2 big pass plays. One of them to Herman early in the game. That was about 25 yards. In that first quarter, that led to an eventual touchdown run by Morgan. And then, of course, the 51-yard pass to Herman on their second drive of the game that led to the 1-yard touchdown run by Supis. And well, that's where they got their scoring. And then after that, they made progress. They moved the ball into Ellis territory. But as soon as they got in that red zone area, they hurt themselves with penalties. But also credit Ellis's defense for bending but not breaking, keeping LaCrosse out of the end zone. And instead of a 20-0 deficit or 19-0 deficit going into half, Ellis gets a victory at the end of that half. They fumble the punt, give LaCrosse great field position, but the defense holds, and they're only down by 2 scores, and it's still very much a ball game.
Well, I think you mentioned it. You got to give a lot of credit to the way that Ellis was able to bounce back after really struggling to get a stop on the. So got to come out here in the second half, and it would be a huge momentum boost if you could find a way to get the football back after a 3-and-out, force LaCrosse to punt, and then really get this football back and try and get your offense back out here quickly.
And maybe even get a big play, get a turnover, or just reverse field position. Just give yourself a chance at getting in the end zone here in the second half.
As we're ready to get this one underway, as the kick from Torline's a pretty good one. Low line drive kick inside the 15. Taken on the run by Blake Herman. He'll take it across the 20 up to about the 26-yard line. Cross will have pretty good field position to start out this third quarter. That offense did a very good job in that first quarter of running the football. Mentioned pass plays, long pass plays, set of the long pass completions. Also had the long run for Zach Brown as they had over 218 yards in that first half. So good offensive production. LaCrosse will start this second half. They'll take over at their own 26-yard line as they go with the two-back set, a little counter play. They'll hand it off on an end around. It's Herman on the first carry of the second half across the 30, and he makes a man miss to the 40. Now he's across midfield into Ellis territory as he will be ran out of bounds and thrown out as a couple of different flags come in at the end of this play all the way down to the 25-yard line. Brett Herman, a little end around on the first play of the second half, sets up LaCrosse inside Ellis territory.
It's a big run, end around, and they tried that. It's against the defense here.
Yeah, horse collar tackle.
End around, Herman gets off the edge, and then all he's got to do is break a couple tackles. A nice stiff from him as fires up that sideline, and a good start here for the Leopards offensively on that first play of the second half, and then you tack on the horse collar penalty after that, and boom, LaCrosse is in the red zone already.
Not sure what the discussion is about. It goes as a 49-yard gain. As that gain will put them up to the 25, and then you'll get the horse collar, which is the 15-yard penalty, which moves it down to the 13-yard line. So they move them down to the 13-yard line following the horse collar. And it's first down and 10. They'll run it right side. Trying to find some running room as the fullback. As Supis will carry it off that right guard. He'll get inside the 10. Picks up 5 on first down. Gets close. Actually, it'll be down to about the 6-yard line.
This is where that same area of the field where that LaCrosse offense kind of sputtered to a stop at the end of that first half. And it's been the last few drives now for LaCrosse where they've not been able to get the ball in the end zone, and part of that's because they've hurt themselves with penalties.
Right near the 5-yard line, they're going to switch the formation to send 3 to the right side. Morgan will keep it. He's hit and dropped. Good penetration up front. They forgot to block Ryan Hurl, the middle linebacker, coming on the blitz as he'll sack drop Hunter Morgan back to the 14-yard line.
Well, Hurl ignored the window dressing with the 3 men in motion. And, like you said, they just forgot to block him. Nobody picked him up. He ran right through that line, and before Morgan could even turn around, he was getting tackled.
Loss of 8 on the play. Sets him up 3rd down and 11. 2 wide receivers to the right. Morgan, wide receiver to the left side. Read option. They'll give it to Supas, who's hit, wrapped up, and dropped. Good job up front, that defensive front for Ellis. Look like Woodworth and Lewis in on the tackle. It's 4th down now and 10.5.
And again, they've stalled out here in the red zone of Ellis, going down this side of the field.
Just 1 of 5 on 3rd down, going back to that first half. Wide receiver to the right side is the tight end Keldon Day, then 3 wide receivers to the left. Morgan again with that little check to the sideline. Morgan going to throw it left side, looking for the corner of the end zone. It's knocked away. It'll be a turnover. Good coverage down there. Bryce Younger, and also Pfeiffer in on the coverage as well.
Boy, great job. Ellis does it again. LaCrosse gets into their red zone and bend but don't break. They get a big stop, and that's set up by that big play by Ryan Hurl to break through the line and get that stop, setting up a 4th down.
The turnover on downs, the 3rd for LaCrosse of the game. Ellis is going to run it on to 1st down, trying to get off that right side out of the option. So it's the fullback, the freshman Pfeiffer. There's not a lot of running room as he picks up a yard. So get close to the 15-yard line. Caden Trower in on the tackle. Pfeiffer does have 22 yards on 5 carries, but just a yard that time. 10 to go here in our 3rd quarter, following the turnover on downs after the promising drive stalled for LaCrosse. Ellis has it for the first time in the second half, down 13-0, trying to find some offensive production. Eck, the quarterback, underneath center, long count. Now the option. He'll give it to the freshman Pfeiffer again, this time off the left guard to the 20, up to the 21-yard line. Run down by Caden Trower. And now it's going to bring up 3rd down and 4. Of 6 for Connor Pfeiffer.
For Ellis, they're just struggled offensively. They've shown they can pick up positive yardage tonight, but obviously with that 0 on the scoreboard, haven't been able to get in the end zone.
They go back to the spread. 2 wide receivers split to each side. Eck out of the shotgun. Eck out of the long count. Now looking on, rolls right side, breaks a tackle. He's going to get to the sideline outside the number. And he passed the boundary. That will hurt. He was going to get hit for the 15-yard penalty as well. They had enough for the 1st down as it stands anyway, up to the 28-yard line. As he picks up 7, he only needed 4. And then you can tack on the 15 yards after that.
Collins and Eck have had some colossal collisions so far in this game, and a little too far out of bounds for Collins, but he definitely wanted to send a message with that hit.
Coming up.
Unfortunately, it cost him 15 yards here.
So it is a 15-yard penalty as Collins from his safety position came up, and they call it an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on Collins. I'll move it up to the 44-yard line. After the penalty on LaCrosse is their 4th.
It's a big penalty. Gets him Ellis a 1st down. Fresh set.
They picked up their 3rd a moment. Oh, now the option. Eck looked to pitch, and he will just keep it as he finds at him to 2nd down and 12.
Good to keep that one. It could have been much worse than a loss of yardage of about 1 yard. Could have been easily a fumble taken back to the house, but good recognition there by Eck to just live to play another down here.
Tielenhouse and company, you got to like what you've seen from their defensive line out of that defensive end position. The sophomore made another good play there on the option. Ellis will go inverted wishbone with Pfeiffer, the tailback. He will get the call off to the right side. Nope, it's a keeper as Eck will carry it right side. Good fake as Eck gets across into LaCrosse territory to the 49-yard line.
Talk about Tielenhouse, the defensive end. Him and Trower have been switching sides on that defensive line all night, so you really can't avoid one or the other. really never know which one's going to be where.
Gain of 7 brings up 3rd down and 4 for Ellis, trying to keep this drive alive. Just 1 of 6 on 3rd down in that first half. They did pick up a 3rd down a moment ago on the carry by the quarterback Eck out of the wishbone. Pitch it late left side for Fisher. He's trying to find a running lane, and off of that left side, he's going to be short. So he's tracked down by Blake Herman at about the 47-yard line. He's a yard short.
Another 4th and short here for Ellis as they moved into Leopard territory. That's a nice run off that left side by Jones on 3rd down, setting up a 4th and manageable now here for Ellis.
4th down and 1. They went spread. Now they go double tight wishbone formation. Hand it to Hurl, and he's hit and dropped. They try to sneak the big tight end, the senior Ryan Hurl, on 4th down in the backfield, and LaCrosse knew it was coming out of the wishbone. Hurl is hit for a loss back to about a yard, or back to about the 47, make it the 48-yard line. So Hurl, they sneak him in the backfield. He loses a yard on the play. That's his 4th carry. He has a loss of 4th carry on the season. He's in the negative at -3 now after a loss of 1. It's a turnover on downs. As LaCrosse will get it back at their own 47.5-yard line. Tight end to the left side. Morgan with pressure in his face slips a tackle of her. Now trying to get to the edge with a flag on the play, and 47. Sonneson ran him down from behind, but the flag will be holding on LaCrosse. Hunter Morgan slipped a tackle of Ryan Hurl, who was coming through on the maybe run blitz, or he read it right away. But unfortunately, the hold is going to negate a decent gain on 1st down for Hunter Morgan. 10-yard penalty spots him back to the 36-yard line. The penalty is the 5th for LaCrosse. And now it's 1st down and 20. 5:54 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Still 13-0. LaCrosse with the lead. 2 tight ends right side. Morgan, and we're going to get a false start. Those 2 tight ends moved off the right side. Brown. And
is that a designed quarterback sneak?
It looked like it may have been, as Morgan had a lot of running room, but it got blown dead before he could get started. So back-to-back penalties now called on LaCrosse.
Wow.
1st down and 25.
And that could have been just Hunter Morgan realizing that no one in front of him except his center. So just going to take what the defense gives him. But like you said, tight ends move on that one, and Cross moving backwards.
Tight end will be flexed to the left, and Herman split backs behind Morgan. They'll pitch it left side, ball on the ground, picked up by Supis left side, and he's hit and dropped just across the 29 to the 30. Good play up front. Cade Lewis, the junior, makes the tackle. The 31.5-yard line for Supis. Now it's 2nd down and forever. 2nd and about 24.5. With the 5:20 and counting here in the 3rd. Ball to the 31. Inside LaCrosse territory. They have to get it down to the Ellis 43-yard line. Morgan play action. He'll roll to the right, looking to throw it. Has his man Herman, who's hit as soon as he caught it at the 40-yard line, just outside the right numbers. And Herman makes catch number 4 on the game. He was hit as soon as he caught it to the 40. It's a gain of 8.
And if you're Ellis, keep everything in front of you here, 3rd and long. If you do that, force LaCrosse to punt, and maybe you can get some good field position out of this defensive stand and take advantage of LaCrosse's mistakes.
3rd down and close to 18 on the play from the just inside the 40, so it would be the LaCrosse 39. So they send Supis, actually that's Thielenhouse in the backfield. Now Morgan looking to pass. He's got Herman who will make a diving catch to the 41. That's not nearly enough. He picks up 2 on third down. LaCrosse is just 1 of 6 on third down. It's 4th down and long. For Brett Herman, that is his 5th catch of the ball game.
They've been targeting him a lot so far tonight.
And it is 4th down and long from the 41-yard line. Looks like we will see the first punt of the game for LaCrosse. Their punter, Brent Herman, ready to kick it away. Ellis counters with the Younger inside the 15. Younger will pick it up to the left side. He's able to get outside the numbers with a flag on the play and then thrown down outside the boundary at the 32-yard line. But this is most certainly going to come back. On a flag thrown during the return. Block in the back called on Ellis. So the referees talk it over with the captains Herman and Showalter, Brown as well for LaCrosse. The return, which got it out across the 30 for Ellis, is going to back him up now. Block of the back penalty called on Ellis. That will make this drive start inside their own 20-yard line. Ellis still down 13-0. Defense is held. With 3:25 to go in the third. To get anything going here. Need to jumpstart their offense on this drive. Eck will go to the shotgun. 2 wide receivers split to each side. Hard count for Eck. Now we'll run the read option. He'll keep it right side and falls across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Trower. Also Kale Mojo, the senior, in on the tackle.
Ellis getting those defensive stops. But unfortunately for them, they still they haven't found that big play, that one play that just gets this offense fired up, gets them a big chunk of yards and gives them some confidence. Everything's been short yardage for them tonight offensively.
It's a game close to 3, 2nd down and 7. Now they'll run the option. Here's a short gain as he's brought down by Thielenhouse. Shy of the 24-yard line. Gain of 2. And that pass is the second completion for Eck for just now 2 yards. In this ball game, setting him up 3rd down and 6. Eck is 2 for 6 for 2 yards and an interception. Something they don't do a whole lot of as we close in on 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Eck underneath center, hard count. LaCrosse stays put. Now they'll run the option. Eck to get to the sideline, right side, across the 25. Now makes a man miss at the 30, makes another man miss. Now he's into the open field. It's a foot race to the 40. Inside LaCrosse territory, Zach Brangon will run him down from behind to the 36-yard line. A 1st down carry for Eck, and they needed that one.
There's the big play. Nice run by Eck. Just got the blocking in front of him that he needed. Broke through that line, got into the second level of the defense. He finally gets chased down by Zach Brown, but huge pickup there for Ellison. This is the deepest they've been in LaCrosse territory tonight.
Gain of 30 and a 1st down for the quarterback, Joseph Eck. Now they go back to the double tight wishbone formation. Underneath, handoff for Pfeiffer right side. He's got some running room as he bounces outside the numbers and is tackled by Supis up around the helmet. Down to the 14, make it the 13-yard line. Pfeiffer with a gain of, we'll call it, gain of about 16 on the play.
And if you're Ellis, 15 yards away now from cutting this lead in half and getting all the momentum here in the second half on your side.
Actually, gain of 23 and a 1st down for Connor Pfeiffer. Misspoke a moment ago. Pfeiffer's over 50 yards on the ground now. Double tight formation option with a pitch to Jones left side. He's trying to get to the corner, makes a man miss. He'll cut it up inside on his first carry as Antonio Jones with his first carry. So they go to the option. It's down to about the 7-yard line. It's a gain of 6. First carry of the game for Jones.
Good runs here. We'll see what Ellis can do here with that defense backed up in their own end zone. Not a whole lot of field to work with for the Railers.
Back to the double tight wishbone. Underneath handoff. Pfeiffer strips one tackler, but is hit by Keldon Day and brought down. Day also got some help from Trower up front. They tried that little trap again with the freshman fullback. Now we've got a stoppage on the field as he's close to a first down. They needed 3 and they get a timeout to measure. So awful close. The first down carry, ball down to the.
So it'll be big for Ellis if they can get another 4 downs here inside the 5.
And it is enough for a first down. The 6th first down of the game for Ellis. Got 3 on this drive alone. I like what you've seen. Railroaders with some momentum here. Inverted wishbone. On first down, a goal from the 5. 20 seconds to go, third quarter. Eck with a hard count. Option right side. Stops and starts. Trying to get to the corner. Eck to the corner, and he will score on the 5-yard touchdown run. And Ellis is on the board. And it comes with 10 seconds to play in the third quarter. Joseph Eck will score touchdown number 9 on the season. As he scores on the 5-yard scamper. He's over 70 yards now on the ground. And it's 13-6. LaCrosse with the lead. Ellis will line up for the point after touchdown attempt, but we're going to have flags before the kick by Sonneson. LaCrosse was lined up in the neutral zone. So offsides on the cross. And now you take the penalty. It'll move you inside the 3.5-yard line. Then if you're Coach Hamrine, maybe a decision to try and go for 2 here. I think they'll just take the penalty and move it up and see if Sonneson can hit this next one. It's the left-footed kicker out of the hold, and he missed it. That one was off to the left, and so it is 13-6 with 10.1 seconds to go in the third quarter. Across with the lead, but also a little bit of a comeback now. Their offense found a groove that time.
All set up by that big, 30-yard run by Eck a few plays ago. It set this offense up, but then credit, it was the big play that kind of set them up, but then they were able to get a first down at about the 5-yard line and keep running that ball. And that talked about how LaCrosse's offense and defensive line is the strong point for them in this game, and where that Ellis offensive line showed their dominance on this drive by setting up that big run by Eck, and then with LaCrosse backed up in their own end, so with not a whole lot of field to work with, Ellis just pushes forward and is strong up front, giving their ball carriers a chance to get in the end zone. And Eck just uses his speed around the near side edge here and gets into the end zone. First time for Ellis tonight, and suddenly this lead is only 7 for LaCrosse, and in a game where it seemed like LaCrosse was going to dominate the whole way through, Ellis has made this a ball game.
Game brought to you part by Fisher Pipe Testing, Miller Trucking, Cottage Lane, Pumpkin Patch, Farmers Bank and Trust. Also brought to you by Golden Belt Telephone, Rush County Insurance, Tacoma State Bank, Fisher Well Service, Mr. P's Trucking. Also brought to you by Locust Grove Village, Ella's Hometown Food, Fisher Well Service, Agency 1, Bison State Bank, Lindy Global, Helium, Lindy LLC, Ellis Hometown Food Center, and Golden Belts, a co-op of Ellis and Riga. Following the touchdown, Torline has it teed up and ready to kick this one off. It's a short kick taken at about the 24 by Supis. He started right. Now will come back up the middle and tackled by Hurl as he'll make the special teams tackle. And LaCrosse back out there offensively. They have driven a little bit, but have stalled on several of their last possessions. You have to go all the way back to the 132 mark of the first quarter, the last time that the LaCrosse Leopards were able to find the end zone. See what Coach John Webster and company has up their sleeve with 4 seconds to go in this third quarter. Up now by just 7 at 13-6.
That scoring drive by Ellis, 7 plays, 81 yards. Just took 3 minutes and 15 seconds on that drive.
LaCrosse will go for it on the quarterback keeper, Hunter Morgan, and a flag coming in on a what will be face mask called on Ellis. I think Connor Pfeiffer thought maybe he got all jersey. As a freshman was the one who made the tackle. They made 2 signals that don't go together. It's a face mask penalty, but it's the 5 or 15-yard variety. Not sure.
Looked to me like a 15-yarder.
It is the fourth quarter, so while they got that sorted out, it will be LaCrosse football driving with a 13-6 lead as we start the fourth quarter. Coming up here as you're listening to our Eagle Area Game of the Week.
Eagle Communications is your complete business solution with options to fit any budget. We provide business class phone with customizable features and fast, reliable internet. Your knowledgeable team at Technology Solutions has a broad base of IT services to meet your needs. Let the experts at Marketing Solutions get your message to the right people on the best platforms. Eagle Communications will build your personalized business plan. Call us at 877-61-EAGLE. Eagle.
Start the fourth quarter with a 13-6 lead for the LaCrosse Leopards. We did have the face mask penalty. They call it a personal foul, 15-yard variety. Ryan Hurl before the quarter break had a question for the official on the 15-yard face mask penalty. So that will move in, running right side, and hit is Zach Brown as Pfeiffer will clean it up. Brown a gain of 2 on the play. Got some help from that defensive front as well. I think Sonessa got a piece of him. It's 2nd down and 8. Penalty, by the way, just a moment ago on Ellis was their 6th. LaCrosse was 6 as well in this ball game so far. Zach Brown at 78 yards rushing in this game. Zach averages right around 70, 69 yards per game. So he is already over that mark. Here's a quick pitch for Brown, left side. He's got the quarter up the left sideline, and he'll be thrown down out of bounds. As that time, Eck got a piece of the jersey right around the 22-yard line and pulled him down, but it's coming back. Holding called on LaCrosse. That'll be right at the line of gain. As wow. Brown had got the corner and picked up 8 before the hold penalty.
I didn't even see those penalty flags. I thought there was going to be a horse collar penalty at the end of that, but definitely 2 flags here near the first down marker, holding on the offense. LaCrosse, again with the penalties, really have hurt them tonight.
Basically ends up being right back to the original line of scrimmage on the holding penalty for LaCrosse, their 7th of the game. Time Eck, who was the one who tracked him down for Ellis, looked like he was shaken up a moment, but he's back out there in his safety position. They'll pitch it right side for Brown. Fisher into Ellis territory to the 48 on the play. That's Landis Fisher who makes the tackle. Excuse me, picked up 5 on the play. Now it's third down and 5.
Big third down here for Coach Amrine and his defense. If they can get a stop here, be interesting to see what the call will be for LaCrosse. Obviously, it'll be depending on what the fourth down is. But if they can get a stop here, get the ball back in the fourth quarter, fresh off of a touchdown drive offensively.
Third down, Hunter Morgan play action, rolling right, pressure in his face, throwing it backside for Day, and Kelton Day will make the catch up the seam on the left side of the field. First down to Day. He's brought down at the 15-yard line, a gain of 33 on a first down from Hunter Morgan to Kelton Day.
Well, two receivers running up the seams there on fly routes for Hunter Morgan. He kind of had his pick of who he wanted to throw it to. Throws it to Keldon Day, delivers another perfect ball, and boy, Hunter Morgan so good at delivering those fly route balls just right into the breadbasket of Keldon Day. Makes it easy for him.
And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. As there are no flags on the play, good cutback run for Keldon Day, or for Zach Brown. That is a 15-yard touchdown run for Brown, and that's set up by the deep pass play today, as Brown will go over 100 yards on his 10th touchdown of the season. 19-6 with the touchdown run from Zach Brown. This one from 15 yards out. And they do line up to go for 2. Hunter Morgan left side, and he won't get there. As Morgan comes up short of the 2-point conversion attempt. But the 15-yard touchdown run from Brown makes it 19-6 in favor of LaCrosse. Brown over 100 yards now, 116 on 15 carries for Zach Brown. That's a new season high and a new career high for Zach Brown. After he did that against Stanton County, 114 yards last week on 9 carries against Stanton County. He goes 116 yards now on 16 carries against Ellis, and he caps off that drive with that 15-yard touchdown run.
Almost 2 minutes on that drive. Started with 4 seconds left in the third quarter, ends at 10-10 here in the fourth. 5 plays, 48 yards, and a nice answer to Ellis's previous scoring drive. LaCrosse gets in the end zone, 48 yards, and like you said, set up by that Keldon Day reception. Big yardage on that one, and then the 15-yard touchdown run by Brown. Just broke through the line of scrimmage and made one guy miss and scampered off into the end zone on that far side. And a nice answer from LaCrosse, who was having trouble getting the ball in the end zone after their first 2 drives of the ball game.
Osborne and Victoria tied at 30. They head to the fourth quarter in a key 8-man division, 8-man district number 1 game. Another short kick and fielded on the hop by Saunison at the 35. He'll cut it back to the near side, then lost his footing and slipped down and will be tackled on the play by Michael Showalter, the sophomore, and then a flag came in late. LaCrosse was pointing back toward the official as the unsportsmanlike penalty called, and that's on Ellis. So the first call on Ellis, and that is the right signal, the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty.
Adrian Collins was involved. I didn't see who the railroader was involved in that one.
They had it out at about the 30, in fact, across the 35.
These are big games. Can't be hurting yourself like that. There's a first down, and now the ball is going to get backed up here for the Ellis Railroaders.
Their 7th penalty. This one back inside the 24-yard line. Zealous will take over, down 2 scores again at 19-6. That inverted wishbone, handoff underneath, and it is Jones on the carry. As Antonio Jones will get the carry, little underneath handoff. His second carry of the ball game, picks up 2, brings up 2nd down and 8. Showalter in on the tackle. .9:42 to go here in our ball game with a 19-6 lead for LaCrosse. Ellis it's being a little bit of a hurry here. After the huddle, they'll go inverted wishbone again. Joseph Eck, the quarterback, underneath center, and they lost. Actually, they did get the handoff to Bryce Younger. That time Eck thought he lost the handoff. Instead, it was taken away by Younger. He's got the first down up to the 36-yard line.
And the look that Eck gave after that handoff definitely gave away the fact that he thought he was supposed to still have the football.
Sheer panic.
But works out for Ellis, get a first down. And this offense is starting to move, and they know that they can move now that they've had that scoring drive on their last drive. But like you said, they need to start going here and speeding it up a little bit.
7th first down of the game. They go spread formation, 2 wide receivers to each side. Eck will keep it on a quarterback run as he gets across the 40. Flag coming in from the referee behind the play. He's on the LaCrosse side. Good run for Eck, but it's going to be a hold. He got it up to the 44 of Ellis, but the hold will negate that.
It's 2 big penalties. Personal foul and then unsportsmanlike, and then the hold here.
On the return by Sonneson, they had it out across the 35, but the hold marks him back to the 28-yard line. For Ellis, that's their 8th penalty of the game. First couple were kind of insignificant, 2 of the first 3, but they have had 15-yard, 10, 15, 15, and 10-yard penalties. Their last handful going back to that first half with under 9 minutes to go in our 4th quarter. On a first down and 19, they'll hand it off. Nope, it's a keeper for Eck out of the wishbone. Trying to reverse his field now as he'll break a tackle and then get back across the back across the line of scrimmage to the 29-yard line. He started one way and was able to escape, but not a lot of running room. He hits the 75-yard mark with that short carry. That's right at his season average with 8:25 and counting in the 4th quarter. It's a 2-touchdown lead for LaCrosse at 19-6. Ball still right around the Ellis 28. Now they'll go spread out of the shotgun. 2 wide receivers to each side. Eck will take the snap, looking to his right. Pressure in his face. He's going to throw it up the Hurl, and it's almost intercepted. Hurl got a hand in late, and it was knocked away. Brett, a senior, turned into a receiver and nearly came away with the interception.
Well, he uses those offensive skills at receiver. And he uses them on the defensive end as well. He plays the ball really well when it's in the air. And how about Eck? That was a strong arm showing there by Joe Eck. But the ball hung in the air too long. And this LaCrosse secondary is pretty darn good. And Herman all over that one.
Trying to go to his 6'3" tight end, Ryan Hurl. Instead, it's knocked away. And now 3rd down and long. 3rd and 19. 2 wide receivers to each side. Hard count. Eck looking to his left. He's going to heave it for Sonneson, and it's intercepted. Blake Herman takes it away at the LaCrosse 48. Now Herman into the open field with a flag on the play. It will be brought down inside Ellis territory to the 32-yard line. So the interception thrown by Eck, his 2nd of the game, and the penalty will be on the return. Hunter Morgan's a little shaken up. Trying to block for his fellow defensive back, Blake Herman, the sophomore who comes up with his 2nd interception of the season, as the referees will talk it over. Officials talk it over. Now the head referee calls face mask on Ellis, just the 5-yard variety. Return set him up to the 32-yard line. Plus then the 5-yard face mask, the 9th penalty on Ellis. And LaCrosse is in business again. Chance here to salt this one away. With 7:51 to go in our ball game.
Yeah, you said it, and they're deep in Ellis territory now thanks to that penalty added on at the end of that one.
Wide receiver to the right side, I formation. Hunter Morgan, play action. He's looking to go to the air. Morgan down the seam, but it's almost intercepted as Jones made a good play on the ball. Antonio Jones battling with Adrian Collins, who has an interception in this one, and Jones deflect that one. Now it's 2nd down and 10.
Collins became the defender on that one as Hunter Morgan kind of tossed it up there, and Jones had a chance to make a play on it, but playing defense there was Adrian Collins, the wide receiver for LaCrosse.
2nd down and 10. Following the interception, ball at about the 28-yard line. Handoff inside. Christian Supis, and the ball came free.
Say it was down? No, they're going to say it was Ellis football.
Yeah, Ellis is going to come up with a football. A huge break for the Railroaders. As Hurl, I think, is the one who jumped. Came away from the pile. Sonderson in there as well at the 24. And what looked like Ellis had a chance, or rather LaCrosse had a chance to kind of put this one away. A fumble by Supis gives it right back to Ellis. First fumble of our ball game from either team. And Ellis will take over at their own 24-yard line. Handoff underneath. And the carry for Ellis as Cale Mojo makes the tackle on Connor Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer gets a short gain of 2 to the 26.
It's only the 2nd fumble or lost fumble on the year for LaCrosse. I believe only the 3rd turnover.
For a whole lot, and they came into this ball game with a good turnover margin as well. They're plus 10 prior to that one. On the fumble, interception, turnover margin, another handoff inside across the 30 for Connor Pfeiffer with under 6:50 to go now in the 4th quarter. 3rd down coming up. It's a 13-point lead for LaCrosse. Gain of close to 5 now sets them up 3rd down and 4.
And the pass game is just not the bread and butter for Ellis, even though they're running out of time here, down 2 scores. I mean, we saw in their last possession what happens when they try and throw the football. It got intercepted by Blake Herman.
Big 3rd down coming up. 3rd down and a long 2. They'll hand it off underneath. Now the running back trying to squirt free, and he just able to get to his feet with the help of his teammates, but just no running room. It gets back to the line of scrimmage. It's 4th down now. No, they got to go for it. Down 2 scores with 5:50 and counting here in the 4th quarter. Cross crowd again on the near sideline, coming to life on a big 4th down. Ellis needs 3 yards. Wishbone formation. Eck the hard count. Looking to throw to his right. Now he'll throw it for Hurl, and he threw it out of bounds. It'll be a turnover on downs. They were trying to get the tight end open. Instead, it's a turnover on downs for Ellis. That is their 4th turnover on downs of the game.
And again, that LaCrosse defense holds, and Ellis is not able to do anything with an opportunity given to them by that fumble.
The ball up to the 31-yard line. If you're LaCrosse, with 5:32 to go here in the 4th, scoreboard watching as well. Count you're up the max of 21. See if they can punch in a score. Ellis now bringing the blitz. Hand off to Supis. Hit at the line of scrimmage. The fullback will get to the 30-yard line. So Supis picks up a couple up to the 30. It's a gain of 2. Ellis sold out on the blitz, brought everybody up front. Supis at 21 yards now on 8 carries.
And now Coach Webster with a 2-touchdown lead. I don't know if he'll call a pass play on this drive and might keep it on the ground here, chew some clock.
Counter play. Nope, they'll keep it with Hunter Morgan, the quarterback, trying to get to the edge, and he does. Outside the numbers, Morgan will lower his shoulder on through the tackle of Jones, but this will become a flag. Christian Super, I think, is the guilty party because he came to the side. Webster, who explains why he got hit for the holding penalty. They had a first down instead. That will back him up 10 yards from the 34, from their own 34. Penalty on LaCrosse, their 8th of the game. Both teams have been hit with a lot of penalties in this one. Holding penalty is the 8th penalty called on LaCrosse. 20 now, 4:53 to play in our ball game. 19-6, LaCrosse with the lead. Leopards will send 2 wide receivers to the right side, including Brett Herman. Morgan will keep it right side, trying to get to the corner, and will be hauled down on the play. Torline made a good play from his defensive tackle position as he rode down Morgan to the 41. Gave him a couple on the play, sets him up 3rd down and about 16.
Time continuing to take off the clock. Cross sticks to the ground game here, so they can keep on that clock as low as they can, so they can walk out of here with a district victory.
Ellis will bring in another defensive back on 3rd down and 18 with 4:10 in counting. Had 3 wide receivers, 3 tight ends, I should say, to the right. Now they move him to the left. Hunter Morgan will go that way. Morgan got one man to miss. Now trying to make another man miss as he runs down the line. And get inside the 40 to the 39-yard line under 4 minutes to go in the game. That's a gain of 2. Ryan Hurl makes the tackle. Ball to the 39-yard line. They are just 2 of 8 on 3rd down. Adrian Collins limping a little bit as he comes to the sideline.
Well, and Hunter Morgan's been limping continuously here as of late as well.
Clock can continue to wind under 3:20 in this 4th quarter. LaCrosse is not in any hurry, so they'll go for it on 4th down and 16. Handoff underneath for Herman, hit and dropped right away. Gain of a yard. Sonneson on 4th down makes the tackle. They do the end around on the tight end reverse, but that time Sonneson stayed at home, made the tackle. Gain of 1 for Brett Herman. And a turnover on downs, the 4th of the game for LaCrosse, and Ellis will get it back at their own 39.5-yard line. They still got some time, all 3 timeouts, but they got to hurry with 3:10 to go in the 4th quarter. Down 2 scores, 2 wide receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Eck out of the shotgun. Read option. Eck's going to keep it going left side. He'll get across 40 and then stopped by a number of Leopards. Hunter Morgan in on the tackle. They get him to the 41. It's a gain of 3 for Eck. This isn't nearly fast enough with under 3 minutes to go in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they're huddling up. They're taking their time. And Ellis not really built to go quickly here. And they keep the ball on the ground, too. They don't have a whole lot of passing plays.
Supis will come out of the game now for LaCrosse. Here's an end around. Now Sonneson looking to throw on the reverse. Sonneson underthrew his intended receiver, Ryan Hurl.
I wonder if they got tipped.
Kind of looked like it may have got deflected. He had pressure in his face. Ellis also had a man downfield, so Ellis, but it was incomplete. Looking for Ryan Hurl. Now it's an 8. It's the second time Sonneson has attempted a pass on the season. Now 0 for 2. And a timeout taken on the field for LaCrosse. Brett Herman needed to tie his shoe. So now we're ready to go. 2 wide receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Underneath center is Eck. Right side, Joseph trying to get a block. Now he'll cut it back here to the left, trying to get outside. Stiff arm as he makes a man miss at the 40. Now to the 42. He's wrapped up and brought down near the LaCrosse sideline, just shy of the 45. They actually will give him the 45. Gain of 4 for Eck on third down, though. Now it's fourth down.
And good job there by the LaCrosse defense, namely Herman, for staying on his side of the field and not over pursuing the ball, staying in his assignment and getting he didn't get the tackle, but he slowed down Eck enough for his teammates to come through.
I'll go to the spread look. Hard count. Eck bobble the snap. He'll come to the near side, and the catch is made by Bryce Younger. That's enough for a first down to the LaCrosse 49. Gain of 6 for Younger as he had to go down to scoop it, but he made the catch. It's a first down.
Nice route by Younger. He ran it just past the first down marker. Good delivery from his quarterback. Eck throws it low. Defense can't get to it. Only his receiver can. First down.
Third completion of the game for Joseph Eck, the quarterback, right side with a pulling guard out in front. Joseph Eck, the quarterback, inside the LaCrosse 45-yard line down to the 3. They'll pick up closer to 6. Sets them up second down and 4. It's 90 yards now on 20 carries for Joseph Eck with 1:35 to go in the ball game. Second down and 4. 2 wide receivers to each side. Here's a quick pass to the tight end, Hurl. He'll make the catch. Dropped down by Brett Herman at the 34-yard line. Gain of 9 for the big tight end, Ryan Hurl, who makes his first catch of the game.
I feel like Ellis could have benefited from these short passes earlier on in the game. Here they are with time ticking off, under 1.5 minutes left to play now.
19-6, the lead for LaCrosse as Ellis is driving that same play, and Hurl nearly had it taken away from him as Brett Herman jumped the route. Almost the third interception thrown by Ellis in this game. Instead, it's second down and 10.
Yeah, Brett Herman's a senior safety. 3 interceptions on the year, and he is not, you can't get him twice on the same play there, on the same route. He's going to know it's coming, and he jumps that route and knocks it away.
1:13 to play in the ball game. It's 19-6. LaCrosse has the lead. Ellis is driving, though. They've got it to LaCrosse 35-yard line is where they spotted. 2 wide receivers to each side. Eck out of the shotgun. Little read option. Hit and drop to the backfield. Caden Trower and also Kalen Thielenhouse in the backfield as well. And that forces Ellis to take a timeout. That'll be a loss of 5 back to the 39 on the sack.
Caden Trower, over 30 tackles coming into this game. 5 tackles for a loss coming into this game as well. Gets another one added on to his season total.
A couple of sacks now on the season as well as he and Thielenhouse, both the sophomore kind of conversion on the quarterback. Ellis takes the timeout. It's their first of this second half, and unfortunately for Ellis, just almost a little too late. I mean, this is late in the fourth quarter. 1:09 is what they put on the clock with third down and 15 facing Ellis, down 13 points at 19-6. Knew they needed to go in a hurry, and they did a good job to get it to 7 just at the end of that third quarter at 13-6, but an early touchdown in the fourth quarter by Zach Brown on that 15-yard touchdown run was really kind of the nail in the coffin, as Ellis's offense is just not built to score quickly, and so facing a third down and 15, need to dig deep this one.
And that was that pass today, beginning of the fourth quarter. That's one of the biggest plays of the game for LaCrosse. Got him in the end zone, and Zach Brown eventually ran in for his score to answer that Ellis score in the third quarter.
Double tight wishbone look for Ellis on 3rd and 15. Pitch it right side. Bryce Younger looking to pass. LaCrosse had it perfectly. Younger will pull it down, now throw it late, and it's almost intercepted. Hunter Morgan got a piece of it, and then on the carom, Kelton Day almost intercepted it. And so now 4th down.
Second time Ellis has tried that play, this time with Younger trying to throw it. And almost gets picked off. Just LaCrosse secondary doesn't bite on fakes. They do a good job of staying with their assignments and realizing what the play is.
Ellis needs the LaCrosse 24 on 4th down and 15 out of the shotgun. Here's a pass. It's intercepted. Taken away by Hunter Morgan. Morgan across the 35 in Ellis territory. It's the 3rd interception, and now a flag comes in. This will be the 2nd unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on Adrian Collins. He didn't like the late hit, or the hit that appeared late by Ellis. And now John Webster all the way out near the numbers to talk to the referee. The call was made right in front of him at the 49. So the play goes for the interception. It's the 3rd thrown by Ellis of the game. And the personal foul penalty should be the 2nd on Collins.
I think you're right.
And if it is on Collins, that's it. Coach Webster's letting him hear it. And again, it was the interception by Hunter Morgan that set all this up. I think it was Bryce Younger in on the tackle. I know also Connor Pfeiffer, and they didn't like the way that our quarterback and also defensive back Hunter Morgan went down. And so the interception stands. The ball will move back to the LaCrosse inside their 35 to the 33. And they will run it left side with Zach Brown with 44 seconds and counting here in this 4th quarter. LaCrosse on their way to win number 5. And now we've got an injured LaCrosse Leopard. This might be the ball carrier, Zach Brown.
That is not one you. That is not what you want to see. Your Coach Webster. This game all but won. 39 seconds left and up 13. Now one of your top ball carriers, in fact, your top ball carrier, down with an injury, and you just hope it's cramps or something not so serious.
That carry for Brown had got him over 118 yards on the day, and so that's not a good sign for the senior as they tend to hem it around the 35-yard line. So again, hope that he's all right with 39 seconds to go in our ball game. This one decided at 19-6, and it's actually Kelton Day.
Okay.
So, yeah, we couldn't see the number, but it is Kelton Day as he was on the bottom of that pile and he gets help up and will gingerly walk to the sideline. Day's a sophomore. He's an important part of this team. Had the big pass reception and then also had the in the middle of that defense. He's kind of the leader of that defense as that middle linebacker, and he is not putting a lot of weight as he comes to the near sideline, but he is
under his own power.
Yeah, he's walking on his own here to the near sideline, which is good, as he's a big part of that offense and defense as he comes here to the near sideline. Now, with not a lot of time left, this one in control at a 13-point deficit at 19-6. LaCrosse with the lead. 39 seconds to play in the ball game. Following the gain of 3, we'll bring up 2nd down and about 8 for LaCrosse, and they will go to the victory formation. Morgan is ready to take a knee to begin his countdown, and there it is with 17 seconds to go. That will be the kneel down in our final play of the ball game. So LaCrosse is going to pick up win number 5 in a row. They're going to go to 5-2 on the year, but more importantly, it's 1-0 in district play as they are going to come away with a 19-6 win over the Ellis Railroaders, and LaCrosse is 1-0 in district play, 5-2 on the season, while Ellis falls to 2-5 and 0-1 in district play. Good day for the LaCrosse offense on the ground, led by Zach Brown, 119 yards on 16 carries, had that touchdown, plus Hunter Morgan finished making His passing numbers look a lot better than he started out with. Complete 6 of 12, 121 yards on the day. And all but one of those go to Brett Herman, who had a big day with 5 receptions. So Ellis falls to 2-5 as they will host Plainville next week, while LaCrosse moves to 5-2. They'll be on the road to take on Oakley next week at another district game here in Class 2A. Our final 19-6. LaCrosse comes away with a victory over Ellis. This is our area game of the week.
Eagle Communications is your complete business solution with options to fit any budget. We provide business class phone with customizable features and fast, reliable internet. Your knowledgeable team at Technology Solutions has a broad base of IT services to meet your needs. Let the experts at Marketing Solutions get your message to the right people on the best platforms. Eagle Communications will build your personalized business plan. Call us at 877-61-EAGLE.